What's up, guys?
Boys.
Everyone.
I was just actually looking at, we were talking about Hammer, and one of them was four-sided triangle.
Was that one of them?
Yeah, right there. Dude, that it looks pretty sweet.
That I'm super stoked that Hammer is back, especially doing releases like that. Because hopefully they're going to be putting out a lot of the missed stuff that other labels haven't grabbed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but that Captain Chrono set, gigantic. I watched Cobwebs unbox that thing. And holy shit, dude.
The thing's packed, and I love how it's got that like leather, like it's wrapped, feels like, or it looks like. I'm excited. I'm getting here pretty soon. I want to get a Second Sight's Frankenstein and the Monster from Hell.
Ooh,
the release of that one. Yeah, that was a little bit ago, but they released that.
I remember seeing that, dude. The Second Sight lineup, man. I saw so many people. Every comment on the House of the Devil felt like, why no 4K? Why isn't there a 4? I'm waiting for a 4K. I'm like,
they haven't seen the movie clearly.
I'm like, dude,
or how it's shot.
I mean, so film. Here's the weird misconception, though. Film is ripe for 4K restoration, but we're talking film that's old. You know what I mean? We're talking about film when like that's what film looked like. That movie was purposely shot on film to purposely look a certain way. It doesn't need a 4K.
No, well, that's the same argument people want. I've seen 28 Days Later should get a 4K. No, what do you do? Yeah, that's not what it's for.
What about like the Rob Zombie films? I feel like there's like that gets brought up here and there with them. You know, why haven't they gotten the 4K treatment?
I could see the Halloween, just those, but I don't know about his other ones. That's just what I think. Because I know 3 from Hell, right? That got a 4K.
Yeah. We're getting ready to do our Beyond the Blood episode on House of a Thousand Corpses. And I don't know if it needs like a 4K, but if they could restore the Blu-ray maybe and just come out with a cleaner Blu-ray, you know, I would say, you know, 4K remaster it, but then just downgrade it to 1080p. I think it would look great. And I think it would be cheaper too.
Sure.
But I mean, Devil's Rejects would probably look really good on 4K because that movie shot in like direct sunlight the whole entire time. So it'd probably look really good.
I would love to see that, like similar to the box set that they had for House of a Thousand Corpses. If they did something similar for the Devil's Rejects, I'd be all for that for sure.
I wish they would, man. This would be this
year.
Yeah.
It came out in 2005, right?
It came out I thought it was 2000. Yeah, it might have been 2005. I know Chuck and I talked about it, and I was like, oh, it would be this year. Why when I type things in on IMDb, I always get like complete 2005. Yes, 20th anniversary this year. So, dude, that box set is nice,
right?
That little House of Thousand Corpses box set is so nice, man. The art's great. You know, it's the Blu-ray, but
yeah,
cool art cards, and it was like $20.
Is that the one? And it looked like it had like all the bright artwork all over it.
Yeah.
That thing's going for stupid money right now.
Yeah, dude, and it's really simple. Like,
yeah, yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Yep.
So is it going for a lot now? Because I remember that one was one that I was on the fence on for picking up for a minute there.
You know, let me look.
He said, "What's up?"
What's up, Jeff? Because I was looking, and I saw one. I think it was that one, and it was going for quite a bit. I gotta find it though.
I mean, I'm not surprised. There's nothing new in it, just besides the art box and the art cards and the art sleeve. Everything else it's the same exact disc that you got before. And what was
Anyone?
bullshit was when we were going to do the commentary, when we were going to do the podcast episode for it, Rob Zombie did a new commentary when that release came out, but only on the digital version.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah. Well, especially with Rob Zombie, I feel like he would push for that to be on a physical version over obviously a digital. Yeah. So, $100 on eBay for sealed.
Damn.
Did anyone get Lords of Salem? Was it Via Vision that put that out recently, or maybe like in the last like year or so?
I didn't.
No.
I don't even. It's so funny, dude. That's my favorite Rob Zombie movie. I don't even own that. Believe it or not.
I wouldn't mind getting that. Hopefully, I didn't miss that window.
Why don't I own that? That's a weird.
Chris, this is the sign. Let's just pick it up. This is how it
Bro.
starts. The homegrown horrors all over again.
Oh man,
it's not available on Amazon. Like I can't buy the standard Blu-ray on Amazon.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know if I want to pick up. I might pick up Homegrown Horrors Volume 1. I found one on eBay, and he's open for offers, so we'll see.
I think it's worth it. I watched, was it Fatal Exam, the first film in it?
How was that?
That was quite the experience. I was actively putting together my desk at the time, and I was like watching that off on the background. I was like, man, this movie's kind of like, this is something else. So just wait till you get to the end of it. It's quite the experience.
Well, I got that, and then Hollow Gate. I saw Diabolic has one copy left.
It's meant to be.
And I was like, man.
Dude, your video.
There's so many other titles I feel like you've been throwing around. Just pull the trigger on that one.
Yeah, you're real on TerrorVision.
No, yeah.
Was dangerous for me. I was like, oh fuck, I need all these now.
Here it comes, man. You're inspiring me to do a part 2 eventually.
Well, dude, like that. I actually, I haven't done many reels that are me in front of the camera just talking, but that Severn Hall one, I kind of liked because it kind of put me on the other side of the camera.
I thought you did a good job with that.
Thanks, man. My problem is time. Like I could go on and on about anything I'm talking about, and I have to remember I think Instagram Reels, 3 minutes?
Yeah, I think mine, I was just maybe around like 2.5 minutes, but yeah, I was trying to be conscientious of that because you just don't want it to go too long.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna dive into I have to do a thank you to somebody, so I'm gonna kick off the pickup. So let me go and pull up his name one more time before I forget. Because I have new pickups from both me and my wife. I have a haul from New Jersey HorrorCon, which we were at on Saturday.
Man, I'm jealous.
Nice.
All right, so I'm going to tell you guys right off the rip. We had a pretty disappointing experience. Not with the con in general. The con in general was good. Diabolic was there. This is the first year we've been there. They've been there, so I was able to grab some stuff from them. One of the guests was there was one guest I wanted to meet, and it was the crew from The Forest Hills, which is the final Shelley Duvall movie.
Okay.
So director was there, Scott Bolt, and I'll talk about that when I have that. But my wife wanted to meet V. Neal, who, for those who don't know, V. Neal is an incredible makeup effects artist, a ton of work with Tim Burton. She was a leader in the industry for women representation in makeup effects. She was one of the judges on Face Off, which most people.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, she was one of the judges on Face Off. And when you go, this isn't like the autograph room at this con is open, so you just walk in, and then there's tables. You don't have to buy preset tickets to go to the table, nothing like that. So you just walk in, and some people have nobody at the table, other people have a line.
Mm-hmm.
Like Frank Henenlotter had a little line. When we first got there, the Blair Witch trio was there. They had a little line. But V. Neal had no line. So my brother-in-law got in line to meet Robert Kurtzman. Speaking of Rob Zombie, he did the makeup effects for Devil's Rejects. He did
That's
Tusk and all that stuff. So I'm hyping up my wife, right? I'm like, she's like, oh, I want to meet V Neil. She's nervous. I'm like, come on, like, let's go. It was $40, dude, for an autographed photo. I'm like, that's a great, great price for who she is. Completely uninterested in us, bro. Like, we walk to the table. She's on her phone. We start talking, and then I kind of got the sense right off the bat that that's kind of how things were going, because the volunteer for the show was sitting with her and he was more talkative with us than she was. So I kind of got like right away, I was like, ooh, she's not really. So I had actually said, yeah. I said, we've actually been sitting in the lobby for 10 minutes and I've just been trying to hype up my wife. She was so nervous to come in here and to meet you, thinking hopefully I can like break the ice here.
right.
And she'll be like, oh my God, dude, no reaction. Just, she spent 5 minutes trying to pull up PayPal for me to pay her.
It's one thing to be like that as a normal, just everyday interaction, but especially when you're paying $40, that's pretty messed up.
It's like we got the picture, it's signed to her, but the experience of getting that was not great.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Chris, I mean, in your experience, because I know you've gone to like a handful of cons, but most of the time, I feel like the guests that you meet there, I mean, I would say it lives up for the most part. They're usually pretty engaging or welcoming. Like when you do have a chance to chat with them, I think that there's like the few and far between that, unfortunately have an experience like that.
Yeah. I mean, I met Barbara Crampton and Jeffrey Combs. I met the Chiodo brothers, Sid Haig and Bill Moseley. All of my experiences meeting them were great. My wife in the past, she's met a ton of people that she had a great experience with. I think where it disappoints me is on the level of importance V Neil is to my wife.
Mm-hmm.
To have, like, if that was, some actor that we were just trying to complete a collection of autograph for, it's like whatever. But to that level, that sucks, man. Because you're like, come on, dude. Like, show me a little, give me a little bit of interest, give me a little pull. Talk to me for
at least make the effort.
Yeah, and I think kind of word got around maybe about how she was because nobody was at her table. We have legendary makeup effects artists who designed Beetlejuice and Edward Scissorhands and The Lost Boys. Like, incredible work. And barely anybody was at her table. So I think maybe there had been some rumblings of like, hey, this hasn't been the greatest experience. That word gets around quick, bro.
For sure.
So,
yeah. That's too bad.
But I just want to shout out Brent Madison. So he was watching last week's stream, or was it the week before? We didn't do one last week. We did the week before, right?
I think we did Monday. We did Monday last week.
Monday. Okay. So he was watching the stream and he heard me talking about the canyons from Vinegar Syndrome. And I had made a comment to you guys. It was $36 and there was no way I was paying that for it. He hit me up and sold me the slipcover edition of the canyons for $20.
Look at you, man. What are you?
Nice.
You're like for two no.
Dude,
seriously. Let it be known. I need to let people, hey, this is what I'm looking for.
Yeah, he hit me up
out in the universe.
That's cool.
Dude, he hit me up right away and he got it as part of his subscriber package. And he was like, I watched it. It just wasn't my thing. He's like, so I'll sell it to you like for what the math came out to per item. And it was like $20 and he charged me like $4 to ship it. So shout out to you, awesome. Brent. If you're out there, that's fucking awesome, dude. I appreciate you so much. And he shipped it so fast, dude. I talked to him on Tuesday and I got it on like Friday. So
wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. And then real quick, I'll cover the next two real fast. My wife picked up Shark Night. Have you guys ever seen this?
No, it looks fun.
No, I haven't.
She loves this movie. She saw this movie in theaters. I technically bought it for her because she was talking about how she wanted it, and it was like $6 on Amazon. This is directed by David R. Ellis, who directed Final Destination 2 and the Final Destination, so the fourth one,
Mhm.
the worst one. So for some reason, that's what they put on the top here. That's who directed this. Um, it's stupid fun, but I will say, if you understand like cinematography at all, when you're color grading and stuff, you can spot like exposure. So kind of like a photo, I can choose. You can choose an option, an area in a film, and raise that exposure. And of course, if you raise it too much, it looks weird. It looks washed out,
Yeah.
overexposed. There's a scene in this on a wave runner where that's at like sunrise, and they perfectly spot expose the guy's face.
Oh.
It's terrible, dude. It's
Is it
terrible.
like give it like a halo effect just on his face?
Yeah, it's like this perfect oval. It's like his upper chest a little bit, and it's so brightened that it like it's washed out, so there's like no color to it either. Um, yeah, oh yeah, it is in 3D. I remember asking my
That's
wife.
cool.
Yeah, there was some times where things were kind of at the screen. I was like, "Wait, was this in 3D?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, okay, great." And then my wife picked this up. This is Aliens Expanded.
Oh, I saw that.
I want to
Yeah.
check that out.
Yes, this is the creators of In Search of Darkness. This is a 282-minute documentary about the making of Alien.
Ooh, that's extensive.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the 70s In Search of Darkness, by the way, now that you brought that up?
Yeah, hopefully the backers push. I mean, I'll push for it with them because I think that needs to happen.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good, man. What's your guys? Do you guys put Alien and Aliens on the same playing field, or is there one you prefer
Yeah.
over the other?
I
couldn't
prefer Alien better.
Yeah, I'll agree.
I think it's got that more a horror aspect of it. Aliens, it kind of does its own thing. I mean, Aliens is good. I'm not saying it's terrible. I put Alien first.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest Aliens fan. I think it's good.
Mhm.
I don't think it's great, but it definitely has an interesting history that I'm excited to dive into this with. Maybe this will push me to like it more. Who knows? Because this is the 3 times the running length of the movie. So
I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the first. That's my first little batch.
Oh yeah.
I only got 2 this week. First one I got showed up. I haven't watched it yet, but Strings.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that one.
It's heavy.
And then, dude, it is. It is. And then I don't know if you saw. So this is number 9. But influencer, they put it out as number 10. So I don't know what that was about.
So which one's number 8?
Would number 8 be Saloom or Kuso, one of the two?
Kuzo's number 7.
So then it would be was it Saloom or Saloom? That must be number 8 then.
Number 6.
Oh, I don't know.
Number 8 is
yes.
yeah.
But anyways,
did you get the new ones?
So I did. I pre-ordered them through Vinegar Syndrome, and then the movie room, I was talking to him and he got them too. And so I canceled my Vinegar Syndrome, picking them up from him. So just waiting for his to show up on mine.
Yeah, I picked up both from Vinegar Syndrome, but it was crazy when I picked them up 3 minutes after 12, and it was already down to like 700 copies remaining.
Yeah. Birth Rebirth is going crazy. That one. That looks good. Oh, and yes, Brian's gonna be joining us.
My boy.
And then the other one I picked up, this one showed up, the Arrow Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. What's that?
The cover art's sick on that.
Yeah, the one thing I wish it had chose something different there. That's the exact same.
Oh,
I said would have been really cool is if they took the artwork from the Blu-ray limited edition and put that there.
Yeah.
Just kind of make it a
Oh,
little different.
the wood with the saw coming through the wood. That one.
Yeah. They kind of did something similar to that with the booklet in here, but
Yeah.
yeah, they
Is
just did
that?
that. And
I wonder, is that the same booklet that was in the Blu-ray release? Because I think that's the same art.
I don't know. I could tell you. And what's and then this is the same transfer as Vinegar Syndrome too. They took the same transfer from them
Yeah, I mean, dude, I love
right
the
here.
text. I love the art for
It's
that.
similar. It's not
Oh,
really
it's
going through wood. It's I mean, kind of, but it's through the state of Texas.
okay. So it's different. Okay.
Yeah, it's similar but a little different. I was telling Steven, I was telling Chris last night. So I went to test it. I was doing stuff, and for
Yeah,
some reason I decided to test it, and it wasn't playing Dolby Vision on my player.
that's what I've heard.
Well, dude, all of a sudden it kicked on, and I watched the whole movie last night.
How was it?
Dude, it looks good. It looks really, really
I love
good.
that movie so much.
Yeah, I'll send you guys the pictures, but and then this morning, so I had a video plan that I was going to do where I was going to not debunk, but just kind of like say, hey, here's how you get to watch it.
Mhm.
Because there's on the Panasonics, there's two modes for Dolby Vision. There's mode one is where they do all the processing on the display, like on the TV, but mode two does all the processing within the unit. And so I tried it on mode two last night and it worked. And so this morning I went in and it doesn't work now. So I just was able to watch it that once.
It's so strange.
Yeah.
Did they say
Yeah, I
anything
don't know.
about it for that release?
I reached out to them and they said they get back to me in a few days. I haven't heard anything, but I do know on some of the forums, people were saying that they were getting responses from Vinegar or from Arrow saying it's not our fault. It works for us. Sorry.
Oh,
That's all I know.
that's
Yeah, I
frustrating.
mean, how much on there? Like, it's a thing of like how fixable of an issue. Like, if the issue's not happening for them, how do you?
But it's interesting because they should have. I mean, you would think they would test it on multiple. They say they tested on multiple players, but it's not working on like everyone's Panasonic player. So I don't know how. I mean, it could have just been lucky, like I was last night, and it just worked. So
Yeah. So no issues with any other players. It's just the Panasonic.
From what I hear, nothing else is no issues. Like the Sony's, it'll work on those. LGs, it's working on those 4Ks. Now, what's interesting is when I turn on Dolby Vision, obviously does the Text Chainsaw Massacre doesn't work, but when I turn it off, it'll play just fine. So there's something in the Dolby Vision that it doesn't like with Panasonic players.
Does the Dolby Vision make that big a difference in the movie? Do you think?
So well, here's the thing. I haven't watched it without Dolby Vision on the Arrow release. I've only seen without Dolby Vision on the Vinegar Syndrome. And I will say that so I got the picture on the phone of with the Dolby Vision Arrow release and with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre without it. And there's one shot and it's when Leatherface gets into that room with Stretch when they're at the radio station and she's sitting up on the like that ice, the chest, and he's going at the ice. And there's that shot where it gets right in close in on his face. I snapped it right there on the TerraVision. On the Vinegar Syndrome, it is it's more saturated. You see a lot of reds and everything. On the Arrow, it's a little more, I guess, natural. Is the best way I can describe it. And that's kind of what I noticed. But
interesting.
But like I said, I haven't watched the Arrow release without the Dolby Vision, the whole movie. I just seen it with it. So I don't know if that reduction of the saturation was due to Dolby Vision or if it's due to Arrow's mastering of it. I don't know.
Now,
I
did you
know
pick
when
up-
I
either
watched
of
that the Vinegar Syndrome one, dude, it looks fucking incredible.
Dude,
That's
it
what
looks
I'm
great,
saying.
doesn't it? I'm gonna see. I'm gonna try something here.
Did both of you guys get the Vinegar Syndrome release when that came out for Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2?
Yeah,
I didn't
I
get
was
it
like,
when it came out, but I picked it up afterwards.
Okay.
dude, I ordered it in the first. I don't know what. I worked at the car dealership then, and I had a lot of downtime there. And my order was in before 12:01. I was like, wow. I was like, I don't know how I did that so fast. I don't know. I
It
just
has
knew
to
that
be,
one was gonna go quick.
it has to be probably one of my favorite Vinegar Syndrome releases.
And the thing with Vinegar Syndrome, is that's a good title for them. Like, yes,
Mhm.
it's a well-known title, but I feel like that still fits in the Vinegar Syndrome wheelhouse. You know, it's just
I agree.
That feels like one of the heavy hitter titles that they were able to pick up. I feel like the Keep, Existence, or some of those bigger, like, I feel like that carries some weight, in the roster of movies that they have.
yeah, but I feel like that's just like a they're just like pump me ups. You know, like I think they get the opportunity to get them and they're great, but they don't. To me, those releases are not Vinegar Syndrome. Like when I think Vinegar Syndrome, they're the biggest titles that I think about, but that doesn't
Mm.
represent them, in my opinion, as a company.
Yeah,
What do you
I'm
guys
gonna share my screen real quick. I'll show you guys, but keep going. That's what
what
I'm
do you
working
guys
on.
consider, like, I guess more like core titles that they have, or like movies that you think of that um are like your go-to when it comes to Vinegar Syndrome?
So I think of offhand Freeway 1 and 2,
Okay.
for sure. Thriller, Censor, Summer of '84, Ticks. And I know I'm just looking at my collection. I'm just kind of going off, but I pick up the ones that I feel best fit Vinegar Syndrome that I also want. For the Forgotten Jally, perfect. You know what I mean? Those are pretty essential. But to be honest with you, dude, I think this is the best representation of who they are. This Lost Picture Show collection.
Mm-hmm.
This is incredible, dude. And this was sort of like a 10-year anniversary release for them to kind of celebrate 10 years because this includes the Against the Grain documentary, which is pretty much like a physical media love letter and restoration love letter. I think this is a perfect Vinegar Syndrome release. Like, absolutely perfect. And dude, for them to put out this many titles in this thing for $80 was unreal. Absolutely unreal.
Okay, so this is Vinegar Syndrome shot that I got. So that's the shot I'm talking about. That close up right there.
Yeah.
and then, and then let me see here.
It feels like Leatherface is in on this live stream.
Yeah, right. And then the other one, this is Arrows. So from what I saw, there wasn't as much. This is a little less saturated right here. It
Mm,
wasn't. The
You can't
reds weren't
side
as.
by side them.
What's that?
You can't side by side them.
Let me try something here. Give me 1 second.
He doesn't want us to see his search history, man.
You don't want to
Listen,
see that.
I'm not here to judge.
No,
No,
just
dude, but seriously, like to me, that Lost Picture Show is quintessential. And I've said that a lot.
whoa. Here we go.
Oh,
There we go.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
So this one is this one's Vinegar Syndrome. This one's Arrows right here.
All right, so yeah, it's really funny too because the saturation and it looks like Vinegar Syndrome is a tad brighter, especially on the right side of the frame.
Right here, right at his shoulder.
Yep, and then above him as well, above his right shoulder.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because like the blues on the left look exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. I just noticed it really right here in his face. Like right here. You can see it.
It
Yeah.
also looks is oh okay. I would say because the framing looks different too, but it must have just been like like when you captured it, because the framing.
Yeah, I mean, I tried my best to get it, so it might be like off like one little frame or something.
Okay,
like
yeah,
that,
I just because it does the camera pan in or he gets closer, right? Yeah, he gets closer. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I mean, I think
You guys got me wanting to go back and rewatch that movie now.
both look great.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean,
So that's what I saw.
yeah, both look great. I mean, it's like Arrow. I don't know, man. We do the first episode of this that we ever did. We talked about Arrow quality control. And
Wasn't
that
this all the other one with the issue? Was that another one of their titles?
There was Incubus is one, The Cell.
There was an issue with Incubus?
From what that's what people were saying. I saw. I don't know. I didn't pick it up, but from what I heard, there's been some issues. And then there was one that the special features aren't working, but I don't remember which one that was.
Oh, that was fuck. It was a big
Was it one of their box sets?
Oh, it was Inglorious Bastards.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. I will say I have Deep Blue Sea. It's coming up in my what I'm going to show off, and I had no problems with anything on it. Just publicly, so people know, no issues.
I can't wait for mine to show up.
I know. I need it.
Mine's supposed to be sometime this week because I have Constantine is coming. Amadeus, I got the nice box set for that, and then Deep Blue Sea. So we'll see.
Steve, you got anything that you picked up this week, man?
Oh, and then last I did while you guys were talking, I went ahead and ordered Hollow Gate. So.
Oh hell yeah!
I pulled the trigger.
Yeah, that's it. We should do a live stream. We'll do a watch along with that.
What's up, man?
What's up, brother?
Might have to wait till Halloween though to do that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, They had Diabolic had the WNUF. What's the second one?
Mega
Tape. Yeah, the Out There Mega Tape
in the hard box, and I was like, it's like so far from Halloween. I don't want to pick this up now and just
do yourself a favor. You'll appreciate it later on. Just trust me. Mm-hmm. That's one that like I just watched that recently, and if you like the first one, the second one I felt like knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, personally, I do prefer the first one because I like the seance and that aspect of it. This one deals more with aliens and cult worship of the aliens. It's a little different, but I don't want to say anything if you haven't seen it.
All right, guys. Well, I don't know if you guys picked this up.
Oh no, I didn't.
4K, and I did have Social Network, but that came in all banged up, and the steelbook was all like warped. So I got to reorder that one.
I'll give Panic Room with a slip. I won't get that steelbook though.
Did you watch it yet?
No, I haven't had a chance to watch it. I've got a backlog of movies that I really need to get caught up on.
Yep, that's what I've been doing.
It's just trying to find the time for it, I swear. So which one of you guys was the one who, Chris, was it you who told me about this from was it Orbit that had like the dent sale?
Yeah.
Oh man. Good luck, man, because I was so happy to add this into my collection. I missed out on yellow. I already had red, so I'm hoping to slowly start knocking these out. But
dude, that blue is so nice.
It's and the titles in this. These are like some of my just they're like a little bit more like lesser known giallos, but I was pretty stoked to finally add this to my collection.
Yeah, so Forbidden Photos of a Lady Above Suspicion is great. Love that movie. I don't love that they did both of the Death Walks in that set. They did Death Walks in high heels and they did Death Walks in
at midnight.
Yeah, both are in that set.
Didn't they have a 2-pack at one point for Death Walks?
Yeah, and then they also had a what was it? Yeah, I think you are right. I think it was a double pack of Death Walks. You might, yeah, I think they did.
Because I remember I didn't realize that those titles were in this box set, and I just remember seeing. I think the 2-pack goes for quite a bit, like some of the older giallo releases. So, but yeah, good look on this. I'm so happy to have that in my collection.
Dude, did you jump on the Arrow flash sale they had for those?
So here's the thing. I wasn't sure if those that like the I don't know if it's a standard or limited release. So
Mhm.
I already have like the limited ones for red and blue.
Okay.
Um, if it happens to be the case for, I think black sold out, but
Mhm.
I wasn't clear if that was for yellow as well, if that was like the box set or not.
Yeah, it was weird because some of them, the picture looked like the limited release,
Yes,
but it didn't say limited, but there was some that said limited on the actual title of it, but so I don't know.
I'm scared. I was like scared to pull the trigger on it because like it's good if you don't really like it's whatever to you,
Mhm.
but like I've already committed to this at this point. Having these in the Forgotten Jolly.
Yeah.
So another one I got this week was got Graveyard Shift from
Nice.
Kino. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty stoked to watch this. I watched this not that long ago on on VHS, so I'm excited to see how big of a jump this would be for this title.
I know Christian from Planet CHH pointed out something interesting about it where there are some moments where people's skin like sparkle on the
Yeah, I did see that.
so I don't know if that's just something in the restoration, but I thought that was a funny little detail.
I'm curious to see how that like what the transfer looks like, knowing that in mind. And
Mhm.
then another one I got from Kino, got Body Parts.
Nice.
Oh, both of these I'm excited to check out. And then I had to save this one for the very end. Any of you guys pick up Cruising? Al Pacino? Hell yeah.
I've never seen this.
It's good. I feel like you would definitely appreciate it.
This there's a ton of cool. Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
I haven't seen this either.
Yeah.
You guys are in for a treat.
Yeah, this is one I will say though, it's nice having the unique artwork on the matte box.
Yeah.
You know, so very happy. I wasn't planning on getting this. I was on Amazon this week and it was like $31. So I was
Mhm.
like, yeah, I'm gonna grab
No,
that.
good call.
How do you think the faux leather feels?
What's funny? I like the feel of it.
Erotic.
Yeah, I like the feel of it, and then I gave it to my wife, and I was like, "Oh, it's got a faux leather slipcase," and she was like, "It just feels like plastic." I was like, "Oh, thank you."
I do like there is kind of like that little embossing on the cruising on it as well. On the
Yeah,
screen.
yeah. So I'll roll into my couple pickups from. So I have pickups from NJ HorrorCon, and then I have my brother Belial haul. But this is obviously the big one. I feel like I've been one of the first to really like talk about this in detail because Diabolic had this at their booth. This is the 4K. It looks great. In this case, I don't mind the matte art on the inside. It kind of gives like a nice little. I don't know. Like I kind of like the art on both of them this time, just because of the matte and the gloss. But that's just me. Um, Super. It looks good, especially in the darker moments. Like the shots outside of the I'm gonna say ship look great. Like there's that beautiful sunset shot, and then at the end, it all looks great. But the stuff on the inside looks really, really good. I was really happy with it. Believe it or not, my favorite part of this is the booklet. Um, Never in my life. So there's 3 new essays in the booklet for this, and never in my life did I think I would be reading an essay about moral character decisions of Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah.
But
And,
that was a
and here we are.
But here we are.
yeah. I
Yep.
mean, dude, all 3 essays were great, and like actually kind of had me reframing the movie a little bit in my head. So, and there's also really cool at the end of the booklet, they go over some toy designs that they were going to release for this movie that they never did. And my wife was like, "Holy shit, I want those!" So, just cool stuff there. I did grab this from him, the Strange Darling Icon 4K release. Um, I figured it was finally time. I think this was like $35 with him. So I was like, let me finally grab this. I still haven't seen this yet. So
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
I figured might as well get the 4K. And then this is the Forest Hills movie. This is Shelley Duvall's final film. It's signed by the director, the executive producer, and somebody else. I don't know who else was at the table, but they also signed it.
Some guy randomly sitting there.
Yeah, so guys like I will say though, so Scott Goldberg, the director, the super cool guy, I was chatting with him. I Venmoed him, and you guys probably saw this on my Instagram story. I Venmoed him the $20 for that, which I thought was a good price. So I Venmo him the $20 yesterday, and then today I get a comment on the Venmo transaction from him that says how cool it is that my name is Chris Higgins, who is the final girl from Friday 13th Part 3.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
And then another cool little thing, I posted that on my story and I tagged him, and he sent me a 2-minute long voice memo about he gave me some stuff that I can't say about some stuff, but his lawyer, Scott Goldberg's lawyer, is Larry Zerner from Friday 13th Part 3.
No way.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It's his lawyer. He told me if I ever need an entertainment lawyer, Larry Zerner is the way to go.
All right. Well, good looking out.
Yeah. Yeah. So, do you guys want me to fly through this Severin Hall real quick?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Zombie 4 After Death.
Oh,
have you seen this, Steve?
yes.
Directed by the director of Troll 2.
It's something.
Not actually Zombie 4, but just Italy riding on the zombie title trains. This one I'm really excited for, dude. I've never seen this. Skinner.
I've heard about this movie, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, Ted Raimi plays the killer, and it says on here that that this has the most intensely graphic scenes ever done by K&B FX Group, who is, obviously the guys behind The Walking Dead, and it's all those guys. So very excited about that. Revenge of the Living Dead Girls. I've never seen this. This was just a complete blind grab. It looks like some Severin shit. Lucio Fulci's Enigma. Steve, have you seen this?
Oh yeah.
I haven't. This is one Fulci film I haven't seen.
It's a fun watch. It's I mean, as you know, there's like some Fulci films I don't feel like they quite hit the heights of hit some of his more known movies, but yeah, it's still a good movie to have in the collection.
You mean like the Sweet House of Horrors? No.
Yeah.
I also finally got this 3-disc edition of The Changeling.
Nice.
Great George C. Scott ghost story. Fantastic movie. This comes with the soundtrack, and I think it didn't say.
It comes with the soundtrack.
Yeah, the soundtrack CD.
I don't know if the Second Sight one comes with it. I don't think it does. I'd have to look. But that'll interest me in Mike wanting to pick up that one for the soundtrack.
And it's on 4K as well. That's the 4K.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay.
And then I also got the 4K of Out of the Blue. This is the Dennis Hopper movie. This is really cool. It has, I believe, if I remember, 15 hours of special features.
Jeez.
So, and I got all these Severin titles, I got for $100 on the Brother Belial.
Wow. That's really good.
Yeah.
That's how much I spent for 2 that I'm going to show you here in a minute.
Yeah, but the best 2.
Well, one of them, definitely. Which I'm going to talk about them.
Wait, which one? Oh, I'm nervous.
You'll see. I just finished. I watched this one today. I hadn't seen this. I picked up the Steelbook, Evil Dead Rise.
That's a good Steelbook.
Yeah. What do you guys think about them moving away from the whole cabin and going into an apartment?
I'm all for it.
I enjoyed it.
I wish it would have been maybe like a little bit gorier. The way that they were hyping it up prior to the movie being released, I thought it was going to be kind of on the same level as the 2013 one, and
that one was.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of hard to match that same energy from that movie, but it was still good. It was a fun watch.
Yeah. I appreciate the Shining reference in the movie, the elevator blood scene.
Oh, yeah.
like they hyped up the cheese grater scene, and it's like nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it does have the coolest title card I've ever seen in my life. So the opening of that
I
movie,
do. One
Oh.
thing I do like is the whole record thing where they have to, speed up the record to hear it. I thought that was really neat. And when she puts her fingernail on it and opens up her mouth.
I do like. I think if there's any franchise that you can continue making and keep having new talent take a stab at it, it's Evil Dead, because like the next one, Evil Dead Burn, it's a new director, it's a new team outside of the producers. Like I do think that's a franchise that you can continuously bring back and have somebody new put their hand at it, and it still be fun. So I'm happy to see it, because I think the next one they confirmed is called Evil Dead Burn.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. I'm really excited, man. I mean, that's a franchise you can do anything with. So
I finally finished Iced.
nice. What'd you think?
It was a fun movie. I liked it.
Yeah.
It was very very cheesy, very the twist is you see coming a mile away.
Is there, based on the photos on Vinegar Syndrome that I flipped through, is there like an absurd amount of sex in that movie?
No, not really, but there
3 photos from Vinegar Syndrome. I was like, of people going at it. I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, I mean, what they do is they kind of go back to the same scene a few times, and it's just a couple, not just kind of fondling each other in a tub. I mean, that's really all it is.
Okay.
And it's the same scene. Like, I think that's all there is. Steven probably has it written down.
Yeah,
let me know.
See, we know what time it happens at in a movie.
Yeah,
well, actually,
I got timestamps right here for you guys.
Yeah. And then the other 2 I picked up is The Sect and The Church.
What'd you think?
Church is way better. I loved The Church. I think the practical effects in this movie was phenomenal. And it wasn't even that big of a deal in the scene, but it still was scary. Creeped me out was when it was the couple that on the motorcycle. I think they came in when he sees that vision of that winged like demon kind of grab her and just kind of float back. That was probably the scariest thing to me in that whole movie. Just the way he looked, everything. But I thought it was a great. I love that movie. And then The Sect was just it didn't hook me until honestly near the end, because leading up I was like, what is going on? It was just it is very slow. Really, and I thought this was an excellent scene. I don't remember the character's name, but you've got the main kind of the elder of the cult, and he's talking to the girl, and she turns around and everyone's in the room with her. Like from there on, it was crazy.
So it's kind of interesting because you're playing on 2 different sides of like the Mikkel Suave like pendulum, whereas like the Church,
that's a good way to describe it.
Yeah, the Church is extremely accessible. It's a really good entry point, and the Sect is much less entry level.
I mean, I got the whole idea with the Sect. They're trying to. It's like the Antichrist. They're trying to bring in a way into this woman. But it was kind of it was dry there for a minute for me. But I enjoyed it. I just prefer the Church over that one.
Where do you guys feel like Cemetery Man falls?
Oh, I love Cemetery Man. That's such a fun movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Cemetery Man is, I feel, just as accessible as the Church is.
It feels very, I don't know, you guys would know more, but to me, when I see it, it seems like in a very Americanized Italian film.
It is. Yeah.
I would agree.
That's how I see it.
It's just really like, you kind of have to like be in on the joke with Cemetery Man. Like, there's a small detail in Cemetery Man a lot of people don't notice. After the bus crash that kills all of the kids are singing a song at the funeral about how they shouldn't have been on the bus because the bus was going to crash. So like the movie's very in on the joke. And a lot of people don't pick up on that stuff. You know what I mean?
Now, do you guys, as far as like Stage Fright, for example, because I feel like Stage Fright and The Church I'd probably put a little bit higher, just personally, with rewatchability compared to like his other two films. But I don't know where you guys at on his four films as a whole.
I've never seen Stage Fright, so I can't speak on that.
Chris,
I
have you seen it?
yeah. So if I had to rank them, I would go Stage Fright, Cemetery Man, The Church, The Sect, and The Sect in the lowest would be like very tiny percentage differences. I mean, you're talking about, if I was rating in percentage, you're talking about a movie that I would give 93%
I would
with with The Sect, and a movie I would give 98% with Stage Fright. That's how close everything would fall.
Right, so good.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely think Stage Fright's going to get an update soon. So Jordan, I wouldn't tell you to run out and get the Blue Underground
Yeah.
version, but it's a really good, really good kind of American Italian slasher film. It
Yeah.
kind of combines both really good.
Yeah, I did like that scene where is it like a stork or something, whatever kind of bird it is, when it jumps in, but you've got she's seeing a shadow of something completely different,
Mm-hmm.
and you see that creature stand, and see the big thing dangle between his legs. But no, that was good. I thought like I said, the ending was really I enjoyed it. The opening, I didn't know what was going on. Very very confused, but.
I will tell you, man. Jordan, do you read the booklets at all with these releases?
I try to, and I heard you say that reading the book for the sect will help a lot.
Yeah, there's some stuff, and I've said before, not on this stream, but on other streams. Like, for example, why am I forgetting the Indicator titles? They've been putting out all the Jean Rollins stuff, and I'm so unfamiliar with his work that each movie I've watched, I actually read the booklet first to kind of like understand what the movie is. And then I watch it. And we talked about this on I was on a stream with I don't know, Jordan, if you were on it, with Daniel from Cobwebs and a couple other people. But I talked about that because it kind of like put me in a certain headspace with The Sect. When that 4K came out, it was like my third time watching it, and I read the booklet, and the booklet really helped me kind of shape.
Yeah.
Not that I didn't understand the movie, but it helped me kind of like round out some of the corners that I had with it and kind of figure it out a little bit better.
Yeah.
I love the book, man.
Yeah.
Love them.
I like I said, I think The Church, I loved that movie, but The Sect was good too. It was a good little 2-pack.
The cross hole in the ground with the light coming through.
Oh man. Well, when he sits there and then the hands come up, and it's great.
Yeah, The Church is so cool, man. I don't know. That might be, I think, like, as far as like gothic imagery goes in a movie, that might be like my top 3. You know what I mean?
Well, and that creature there at the end that rises out with all the bodies connecting to make that one creature, it was really good.
Visually pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And the 4Ks look really good. Like
well, that Cemetery Man, that 4K is ridiculous.
Yeah. Anybody got anything else to show off?
No,
that's everything I watched this week.
Right now.
Let me see. I'm trying to see what I've watched in the last week. Did we watch?
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I was just going to say I'm waiting on Revenge of the Radioactive Reporter.
Yes. Has that even been shipped out yet, or I haven't heard anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting on that too.
I think they're supposed to be getting them in soon, from what I was seeing.
Yeah. But that Shoestring Slashers box set I'm excited for that one.
That's moving quick too. It's funny you said that. They are about, wow, there's not a lot left. There's only 668 left. And they had 50,
and how many did they start with?
1,500. I'm gonna have to order that. I'm scared I don't want it out.
Even though I'm not getting that, it is a good price. It's like what, $50?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, the quality of those movies, that's pretty much, I guess, about what you should pay.
Yeah.
I did talk to, when I was at Diabolic Man, I asked Jesse about that Umberto Lenzi set. I'm sorry, the Lamberto. Is it? Oh my God, who's putting it?
Umberto Bava.
Yeah.
Lamberto Bava.
That's what it was. Lamberto Bava. I did ask him about that. Because Diabolic is Cauldron.
Mhm.
They're like associated. And he said it's pretty much done. So waiting for that to
Listen, I
distribute.
want to believe it, but I felt like with the was the Houses of Doom box set, dude, that was a grind waiting for that to get released.
Yeah, but that
It was worth it, don't get me wrong, but
yeah, that was done, and then they had manufacturer issues with the boxes, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went ahead and pre-ordered it finally, so
Good shit.
Damn, man,
so
everybody's
I'll
spending
have it.
money on this on the stream.
Huh?
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, didn't mean to burp on the computer there. Let's see what I watched, man. Dude, we watched last week. We watched Piranha 3D 3 Double D.
Oh yeah.
Bro, that was a good time.
I still will never forget that opening scene from not the first, well, I guess the remake with Richard Dreyfuss in it. It's just so out there and just seems like such a weird cameo for him to have in that movie. But
dude, in the sequel, there's a side plot. Not even a side plot. There's like a consistent side story of one of the guys who works at the water park that has sex with the filter in the pool.
it's
I'm
so
like,
weird.
It happened once and I was like, okay, that's a joke. And then it happened again. And I was like, oh, this is now uncomfortable. Like
It's kind of like, what was that movie, Crust, that Anchor Bay put out?
I didn't see that. I know what it is.
I haven't seen it either, but I've heard kind of the premise.
Wait, that's the one with the one in the laundromat?
Yeah, where he masturbates into his socks and then it becomes a monster.
Bro,
How does that happen?
I'll buy that right now. But what? It's like the shit monster from Dogma. You're like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, when I heard that about Crust, I was like, man, I don't know if this one's for me.
I don't know why I didn't put that together. I was like, what is this movie called Crust? And this guy works at a laundromat. Dude,
Yeah.
Chillerama. Yo, have you guys ever seen Chillerama?
No.
There's a giant. It's like hold on. I remember putting on Chillerama when my wife and I like she was still living at home. And I was like, oh, this should be a fun movie to watch. And yeah, it was what is this? Oh my god. It's the sperm monster. That's what it is. Hold on, I'm gonna try to show it on this poster I'm looking at right now. Oh, it's not gonna hold on, let me see if I can.
Oh, Mike.
There it is. I thought I had another like.
I feel like I've seen it all now.
That's
Yeah. Oh, here it is in the movie.
so wait, pull that back up again.
Hold up, here's another one of it coming out of the water.
It's like a giant like Pokemon or something.
It looks like the what's the worm from SpongeBob?
Yeah.
Oh, here it is on the Statue of Liberty.
You've got its little tail and everything. That's hilarious.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't watch a lot of great stuff this week, bro. I watched See No Evil with Kane, the wrestler. That wasn't great. I did watch, dude, and had a great time with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, the 03 one.
Mm-hmm.
I just watched. That's so funny you say that. I just watched that within the last week.
Dude, it holds up so well.
Yep.
And you know the idea around the original is that it's not as violent as you remember. You know, that's kind of the whole
Right.
thing. the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, same thing. It's not as violent. It's gruesome. Like, it's a grosser movie, but there's like 3 deaths in that movie where there's no bloodshed. That I swore there was blood.
Yeah, until they came out with a Netflix one.
Oh, that's
the bus scene.
Yeah, exactly.
Which the bus scene was great, I will say. Dude, we had a fun night last night, bro. We watched Deep Blue Sea, right? And then we watched Poseidon. Bro, and then we watched Driven, the Rennie Harlan F1 movie with Sylvester Stallone. Yeah.
Now
Nice.
we just
Sounds like a good night.
We just need Anaconda in 4K and Lake Placid. I feel like then the
dude, Lake Placid would be phenomenal.
Betty White.
Betty White feeding the crocodiles.
But then this morning, I had a good one this morning, guys. I watched Body Bags.
Betty White.
What up?
What up?
But then this morning, I had a good one this morning, guys. I watched Body Bags.
Betty White.
Weird delay.
What up?
But then this morning, I had a good one this morning, guys. Weird delay.
It's Brian.
What's going on?
Is that me?
Yeah.
Weird delay.
It's Brian. It's a good 5 seconds behind.
Hold on, let me try something.
He's out here time traveling or something.
Oh my god! And then I watched The Fly, the remake.
Oh,
I love that movie. I can't. Second Sight needs to do that this year. I keep saying that, but man,
start a campaign.
I will say that Blu-ray looks great.
it does.
It looks fantastic.
Looks awesome.
There's like a lot of the close-ups on Jeff Goldblum. I could definitely see some more detail being pulled out because there's a lot of really good close-ups on him where I was like, ooh, I feel like this could be a little. And there was sometimes with the color, sometimes with the contrast. I was like, oh, I feel like this could definitely be better. Yeah. So I could see the argument for wanting that on 4K.
I just want a box set with a booklet.
Mm-hmm.
Give me some art cards and a poster or something. I don't know. Go all out. Give me the screenplay.
What would you guys? I know that there was a handful of like recent releases. What would you guys think?
Go all out. Give me the screenplay.
That dropped. What would you guys? I know that there was a handful of like recent releases. What would you guys think?
Oh my gosh!
What? I don't even understand what that is.
It doesn't make sense that it should be like that.
It would only happen to Brian. It would only.
Right.
Oh my god, dude.
The Fly. I think we were talking about.
Yeah, no, dude, great. I mean, I was talking to my brother-in-law today. We went out to lunch, and I was telling him, man, I was like, yo, Cronenberg is so good at the cold open. Like, that guy wastes no time in any of his movies getting to it. Like, I watched Videodrome in recent memory. I watched Crash and I watched The Fly, and all 3 of those movies just start.
Oh, you know what else I watched and I forgot to mention? Shivers. And that's another one that just jumps in it too.
Yeah, Shivers? Yeah, it starts.
That's a great one.
Yeah,
I got the Vestron Steelbook for that.
The only one of his I don't own the original Rabid.
Mm-hmm.
Who released that?
Scream Factory, I think.
You guys get this? You want to pick up the
That's the one I have, yeah.
No, I have shit. Where's mine at? Oh, I just have the regular Vestron boy.
Okay.
So you can't get this fucking sticker off. Stupid.
Try some like Goo Gone or something.
Or use a hairdryer. Stupid
sticker.
Ask Brian. He's like the professional at doing that stuff.
I know. Yeah, I need to ask him. Yeah. Wait. Hold up. Why did nobody talk about like? They may pick this up from Vinegar Syndrome, from the Umbrella Vinegar Syndrome.
No, I didn't even know.
Dude, this is an
I didn't even know that
Umbrella.
came out.
This is an Umbrella Vinegar Syndrome release.
And that just came out?
No, this has been out. This movie's
Oh.
fucking awesome, and nobody talked. This came out like last year, I think. I just saw it, and I was like, "Wait, hold on, I gotta talk about this." Oh no, I can't get it back. Sorry.
You guys
This-
ever
the
seen
stream
Trancers?
off the rails?
Have you guys ever seen Trancers?
That's a full moon movie, right?
Yeah, I didn't even realize that 101 Films has a 4K coming out at the end of a month.
Yeah. I love how the zombies are super horny. They are. That's
That
not a
is.
lot. That's not a joke.
Oh,
They
let's
are
see.
very horny.
There we go.
Is it working?
Yeah. I
Okay.
don't hear myself
What was
or
going
everyone
on?
else. What happened?
Dude, I don't know. I kind of think I had y'all playing on my other. I think that's what was it. Y'all were
I was
playing
thinking.
on Safari because I'm not used to using Chrome, and this will only work on Chrome.
Oh,
So I think I was like listening to y'all on that, and I don't know. I did like 20 things to try to fix this shit.
Well, it worked.
I'm
One of the
sorry,
20.
sounds
Yeah.
like
Damn,
So
bro.
what's
But
up,
I'm
dude?
here. It's working. And to answer your question earlier, there's 2 sex scenes in Iced.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to thank
There-
thanks for the
I just
clarification.
need timestamps.
So there's one at the beginning,
At the beginning, yeah.
and then
the
there's
other
one
is,
halfway through when they're in the tub.
Yeah,
that's-
and then there's a nudity scene where that girl died in a hot tub.
Yes.
I know I
Yep,
should've just
on the
asked-
roof.
I know I should just waited for Brian to come on.
I told you he's got
I
that
got
same
you.
time stamped.
I got you.
That's the new apartment.
Yeah, I'm still,
Nice.
bro. I'm still unboxing shit, and
Look at that
Nice.
architecture up there, bro. You got like a
I know
Wow.
Fancy.
I don't know what to do with that shit.
I live in a square box. That looks good.
I'm gonna like put some lights up there or something.
yeah, bro. That's nice, man.
Dude,
I don't know, bro. I'm still trying to figure out the layout of this, like where to put shit.
You got family
Yeah.
photos up. I see up on your what do they call that shit on top of
A
the
mantle.
mantle? Yeah, yeah. I never had that.
Mm.
I don't know what it's called.
It's a
I don't
southern.
know what that is.
He's like, we ain't got fireplaces in New Jersey.
Dude, we ain't got this shit, bro. I always just thought it was like on top of the fireplace. That's what it was called. The
I've
legend.
never used. Dude,
Yeah.
I live in Texas. What am I gonna do with a fireplace?
Wow.
Hey, it snowed last year, didn't it? There you go.
Yeah, true. It snowed like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
We have a fake fireplace. It looks like a fireplace, but it's not. It just
I used to
lights.
have one of those.
I don't think I've ever used a fireplace in my life. Like here, like in any apartment I've lived at, I've never used it.
Really.
Mm-mm.
We always buy every year, get like a quart of firewood and do it every year.
For
really.
decoration or like to light it.
No, we actually like burn firewood. Yeah.
Well, you live in Northern California. Or do you live in Oregon or Northern California?
Northern California. So, but it doesn't get as cold as like New Jersey and stuff. Like the coldest we got, we like beginning of January, maybe got down to 31, maybe,
Okay.
and that's the coldest we ever got.
Dude, it was like 12
This is hard
degrees
to
2 weeks
hear.
ago.
Bro, I don't want to hear it from any. of
Yeah,
y'all.
it gets cold.
Bro, it's
Hey,
right,
I would rather live there though and deal with that weather than the heat any day.
it's
Dude, the
30
heat's
degrees right now in Jersey.
That sounds
Yeah,
so
I know.
nice. It's
not.
probably
It's 62
No.
right now.
God damn.
Man,
yeah, 52 here. And that's cold for like right now. It's cloudy and 52.
Dude, if it was 52, I'd have my windows open.
62, that's like swimming weather over in Texas. They got wife beaters on and everything right now.
What are you drinking, bro?
Coke.
Damn,
Nice.
bro. You got the big
Did you
gulp?
pick up anything today or this week?
Yeah, I picked up a few things. I got Bobby Joe and the Outlaw on VHS,
Oh,
which I'm gonna be honest with you. So I'm doing research for something, right? And I'm trying to figure out like I'm doing a video where it's like in defense of full screen and basically the full screen ones that show like more nudity and all that stuff. And this one actually cuts the nudity out when you play it. It's
That full screen?
Yeah. Disappointing. But I love the movie. I really love the movie.
whoa, wait. I'm confused on how it Does
Yes,
it
it
out,
cuts
or-
it off. It doesn't even show it, but on the Blu-ray, you see way more, which is weird. But Mischief,
How
I
m-
just got, is the opposite. You do see way more.
that makes
And
no
I don't know
sense
if
to
you
me.
saw my Instagram post, but they edited
Yeah.
out the panties on the on the DVD.
Oh,
for
I was
movies.
trying to figure out what it was because you
Yeah.
couldn't find it. And that's
Yeah,
what-
he's not holding the underwear on the DVD.
Mm.
So I got this. I just got this in last night. Haven't watched it yet, but got the
Oh, private lessons.
Blu-ray of this because I just have the DVD, and the DVD is bad quality. Like it is VHS quality rip. So imported this from the UK, which actually got here way faster than I thought it would.
Nice.
No Country for Old Men 4K. I was
Oh.
talking to Jordan yesterday about it, bro. There were fingerprints all on this disc.
Bro, did you get it for like the $19 it was?
Yeah, it was like $18,999. So I jumped on it because it's gonna be cheaper than the Criterion sale.
Damn, bro.
Did you watch it yet?
I was like 3 minutes late for that fucking thing. I went on, it was gone.
Really?
Oh, wait, was
Yeah.
that when it was on sale?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Oh,
yeah,
hell
yeah.
yeah.
With $18.99,
That's crazy.
right?
With fingerprints, though.
Yeah, it still had like it was sealed with the outside sticker, the like signed by the Coen brothers. I opened it up. I looked on the back of the disc to see if it was a 100 GB disc. Fingerprints just everywhere.
So weird.
Luckily, it was easy to clean, but
Criterion's out here putting the disc in without gloves, bro.
I,
Let's start that rumor.
Yeah.
bro, you're not kidding. I got this big box set too.
Oh, that's nice.
This is nice. A German release Blu-ray of Adventure of the Robin Hood, which comes with a nice, bro. This booklet, this 180-page booklet, bro. All the original posters and shit, like it's so.
Bro, booklets for the win, dude.
Bro, this
Yeah.
book, I can't read any of it because it's all in German. But
You can look at the posters.
Yeah.
dude, 90% of this shit's pictures anyway.
Yeah.
So that's dope. And I watched it because I was holding out for the 4K on this, but this box set I had to get it. And the Blu-ray looks really really good.
Damn, dude.
Really good.
I like
That's awesome.
throwing VHS into the mix with the stream now.
Mhm.
I'm all for it. I'm here for it.
Dude, I got Euro Trip on the way too.
Nice.
Euro Trip is
My favorite mode of Euro Trip, bro, is when they get off the train, and it's been a long time. They get off the train, and what's his name lays down on the bench. They don't want to do anything. And he's like, oh, they're like, oh, it's a nude beach. And he's like, he shoots up. He's like, I don't know what we're doing sitting around here waiting for. He's like, what do we do?
dude, that dude cracks me up. I love that dude. But I got that like once Michelle, whatever her last name is, passed away.
Crazy.
Michelle Trachtenberg.
Yeah, Trachtenberg. I jumped on. I got Ice Princess 2 on Blu-ray. I don't know where I put it, but I got that. I've never seen it, but that's a Disney movie, and I know Disney's. The exclusive's out of print already.
Hmm.
Dude,
So I wanted to get that while it was only $20 on Amazon before it like jumped up to 60, 70 on eBay.
bro, I really need to like convince 88 Films to let me get some review copies because I'm about to drop like $150 on their shit, bro. With what they got coming.
That's
Yeah. All their Italian collection stuff that's coming out.
Dude, I'm interested in their French collection. Their French collection got me.
Dude, I want so much of their shit, bro.
Yeah, no, their
Yeah,
stuff
their
is
stuff
top-notch.
is awesome.
And their slips. I don't have many with slips because it's like they either come with like big chunky boxes, little mini chunky boxes, no slip or slips. And the slips are like vinegar syndrome level quality.
Yeah.
Like they're
Nice.
super thick and everything.
Okay, I do. You know, I was thinking I do have sex.
You do have it. It's in, yeah, you do have that. But you know what's funny? So the difference on this one is this one comes with the longer cut, which is actually the edited cut.
Mm.
Whoa.
It's not like the longer, you get more. It's longer, but you get less.
Bro, so wait, I gotta tell you guys, Brian sends me two photos from this movie that are pretty insane, and I'm at work, right? So I work retail, so I'm walking around. My phone goes off. I pick it up. I legit I didn't text them back for a while because I was working, but bro, this is what I did. I got the notification, right? I'm holding my phone, and I literally went, "Oh god damn!" I was like spinning my phone. I was like, "Oh shit, I gotta watch this movie."
Bro, this movie, they even okay. I'll just say there's a scene with a flute, and even in the even in the commentary, the guy who's like talking about this movie references American Pie.
That
Yeah,
one time?
1991 when it came out. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's funny. It takes. Okay, have y'all ever seen Requiem for a Dream?
Oh yeah.
mhm.
Okay, you know the scene with Jennifer Connelly at the party?
Yeah.
Okay, imagine that with a flute.
Mm.
What did I watch? Have you guys ever seen
It's
hold
bad.
on,
It's so
Oh,
bad,
I
but it's
can't
funny.
imagine.
have you ever seen In the Realm of the Senses?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
No.
So this is a Japanese sort of like Sex and Zen, and there's a moment in this movie with a broom handle,
Oh god.
Mm.
and it's not done in like a horror way. It's an erotic thing. They have this like the whole movie's about the main character is she works, she's like a maid for this like rich guy, and he always has these women over that he has sex with, and she's a virgin, and she begins sleeping with him, but they have to keep it secret. But they have like these really weird like sex parties, and they find out one of the maids is a virgin, so they pop her cherry with a broom. It's dude. This is a Criterion release. When I bought it, it actually had a sticker on it that said "Warning: Explicit Content."
Wow.
So, and this is from 1976.
Yeah, 70s was a little bit like this one's from the 90s. This is like 1991, I think. And I'll
And
be
still-
honest, like this artwork, like this scene is in the movie and stunningly visual, like one of the most beautifully stunning like images, like real images in the movie. It's so
Same goes with Erotic Ghost trilogy, which is in these Erotic Ghost Story 1, 2, and 3.
Didn't you get that box set though, too?
No, this is the other one
I
this
thought you
is-
got the 88 one.
no, this is the only set that I picked up with those. All three of those are in this.
Oh,
along
okay.
with along with Dr. Vampire, Robotrix, and Sex and Zen.
So is that 2 movies for each like disc? Because it only looks like 3 discs, right? But isn't there 6 movies?
No, so individual discs.
But 2 movies in each case.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of that. Arrow does that with did either of y'all get that Nico that Greek filmmaker box
Yeah,
set?
the Nico Historicus kit.
Yeah, that was another one that was like 6 movies but only 3 cases, and you almost had to pick which artwork you wanted because reversible was the other side.
That's what happened with the Inside the Mind of Coffin Joe. Same thing. with
Okay.
that. Yeah, it's like there's 14 movies, 7 cases, and then I had to go through and figure out which. But then it's confusing because if you flip the artwork, the spine on the artwork that you flip doesn't have both titles on it. It only has the one title. So then there was a couple times that I would pick a random movie to watch, and I'd be like, "Which fucking case is this movie in?" I had to go through like
Yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of that, to be honest.
damn.
Well,
Yeah.
So that's mine. The only last thing I got was this one, which this one's only limited to like 1,000 copies, this box set.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I did not like the movie.
Oof.
What is it?
But look how old it is. They spelled Jackie with the Y, Jackie Chan with the Y. That's how old this is.
Wow.
All right,
Wow.
how much you want for it, bro? Gotcha.
But this master set, I've watched this like 5 times since I got it. Like I forgot how much I love Masters of the Universe.
It's a badass box set.
Yeah, and this is like that holographic.
Oh,
That's nice.
That's
It went
nice.
all out.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't know what the umbrella ones are basically the same artwork, just I think reversed. I think, on the box, but it might be the same transfer too. I'm really not sure because both were Blu-rays.
So I'm looking at 88 films right now, and just off of looking at the June releases, I'm gonna get Private Club. I'm gonna
Yeah, I'm gonna
get
get that.
Seven Deaths in the Cat's Eye, Gate of Flesh, and maybe Operation Condor, but I don't know yet.
I think I'm gonna get Operation and Private Room, and that's it.
Yeah, this is dude. That's a they. This is a hell of a lineup, bro. And they're even putting out that movie. Oh wait, is that a different? Oh, never mind. It's a different. Vinegar Syndrome is putting out Devil's Fetus. They're putting out one called Devil Fetus.
Well, isn't because I got it confused. So 88's putting out, is it Murder Rock, and then Vinegar Syndrome is also putting out Murder Rock. Is it the same movie, or is it just different movies with the same title?
Yeah, no, it's the same. It's the same movie. It's a Lucio Fulci movie.
Okay, because the Vinegar Syndrome one looked like Murder with an R. Like it had two R's, and the 88 looked like it was just one R. So I was confused.
Are you guys?
I think.
Of them?
What was it?
Are you guys picking up either release?
I'm gonna pick up.
I gotta watch the trailer first.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to, but I haven't decided yet.
I could get it if I don't like it. Give it 20 y'all.
I just ordered. I was very quick with the pre-order for the Jason X and Jason Goes to Hell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna wait on that pre-order, but I'm gonna get those.
Dude, they look so. And one thing that's cool is so there's a guy from one town over from me, Steve Barton. I posted a couple months ago about his book. He was the producer for Terrifier 2. He also founded Dread Central and all that stuff. He lives literally 2 minutes from me, and he's on the new commentary tracks on those releases.
Oh, wow, that's
cool. He's going to come on the show to talk about both of those commentary tracks.
That's so cool.
That's awesome.
Do y'all think when they do Freddy versus Jason, they're going to have half Freddy, half Jason?
I hope
so. Yeah, they better. I have a question. So Cliff was the one who really put out the Friday the 13th with Scream Factory, the box set. What do you think the likelihood of us getting that same kind of thing, but with Arrow? Since Cliff was able to do it with Scream Factory, do the similar thing with Arrow.
For all the films?
Yeah.
I only think they're going to do the later ones, right? Because isn't Warner Brothers doing the second one separately?
Or Paramount.
I think it's Paramount.
Yeah.
Okay, well, they're different because aren't the new ones New Line?
Yeah. So they're Arrow's putting out the new line.
So okay.
Yeah, because New Line was Jason Goes to Hell, Jason X, and Freddy vs. Jason.
Yeah, and Paramount was the other one. So they're probably not going to get them all.
And Cliff said that's why there was some what was it? There was something he was talking about in that box set that New Line was very picky about them doing. There was something about that box set. I think it might have been the bonus features, maybe, because Freddy vs. Jason has an hour and a half long documentary on the DVD that's not a part. Oh no, they weren't allowed to press new discs.
Yeah, so they told them you could just basically buy what we have and put it in there.
Yeah,
on that box set, that documentary is on the DVD, but not on the box set, and not in the box set.
Yeah, because New Line told Cliff, it told Scream Factory, you cannot press new discs. You just need to use the discs that we already have.
Oh,
so in Freddy vs. Jason on the DVD, there's a second disc that contains that documentary, and that's not.
Yeah, I think I have that. I have the DVD. I don't know if it's a 2-disc one yet.
Yeah, it was because Jason's on one disc, Freddy's on the other.
I'll have to look. I haven't unboxed any of my movies.
I think it's an hour and a half. It's a long making of documentary.
Didn't one of y'all, Steven, was it you? Who was it that got the in one of our group chats? I got the Prometheus.
No, that was 80s maybe.
Oh, okay.
I think. No, or was that High Volume? I can't remember. It was one of them.
It was High Volume.
Yeah, I remember it was one of those.
This was Romulus not that long ago, but I'm missing Prometheus and Covenant.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an hour and 21 minutes, that documentary.
That's the guy.
So I want that.
I like the style of Freddy vs. Jason. Freddy vs. Jason, I think the only thing that's bad about it is the actors, but everything else, I love because it's done by who that Ronnie Yu?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love his style.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
No, that's a good
funny, man, because like the stuff with Freddy vs. Jason, there's things I love, and then there's things I like loathe about that movie. It's really like the lows are really low, but the
It's the
highs are
acting
really
that's the
high.
lows
Yeah.
for me. Like the
Yeah.
acting with the actors, with the kids. Like I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah. Or like the nose scene. I hate when Freddy says, "I got your nose," and like, fuck, I hate it. But when my wife and I quote it all the time during the fight when he lands behind the oxygen tanks.
Mhm.
He's like, "Man, the torpedo." He's like flinging them at Jason.
I don't know. That's got also one of my favorite kills with the folding of the mattress.
Oh, I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
say,
Yeah.
that's pretty gnarly.
Dude, Trey is like that character's when he shows up in the cornfield and he's
The
holding
cornfield. Yes.
his head up and he's like, "Don't make me tell you twice." He's like, "Don't." Dude, that movie's oh my god, man.
So is that movie considered a Friday the 13th movie and not a Nightmare on Elm Street movie?
I believe so, actually.
I only say that because it's not.
That's what I always thought.
It's not in the Nightmare collection, but it's in the Friday the 13th collection.
Well, who put it out?
I
New
feel like
Line put it out, but New Line put out both.
wouldn't that be an opportunity for them to put it in both box sets?
I
You would
think
think like you
Okay,
basically get to plug the movie twice, you know?
Mhm.
Well, it's more likely that it would show up in the Nightmare on Elm Street one because of New Line. You know, Nightmare is more their thing than Friday the 13th is. But
Yeah.
who knows? I mean, I see it as more a yeah. Why don't you go find? He calls him a corn poke. I see it more as a Friday 13th movie, but it's funny because the whole plot is driven by Nightmare on Elm Street. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because
So-
because Freddy's the one who's got to wake Jason to help him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the whole reason Jason's even up is because of so it's kind of like a perfect. If you guys ever like where's it at in here? This book, if you ever want to torture yourself, this book is insane. It dives deep into like all 11 scripts that were presented about this movie. One of them, Jason's a real person and he goes to court. Yeah. Yeah, like they
Trying
say
to
that
imagine Jason in like a suit and everything, like a
Yeah.
brown.
But
80s
he
suit.
still has his hockey mask on.
yeah, dude, he's like a real. They try to say that like he was a real killer, and the movies were just like an exaggerated version of what he was doing.
Oh, kind of
That's
like
a
an Ed Gaines or something.
Yeah, yeah. So I read that book cover to cover, and there's so much information and so much wild shit. I don't even remember half of it. There we go. Put that back.
That's crazy.
Wow.
I'm
I
glad
will.
that movie, but it's it's definitely I feel like of the time, and I don't think it hits quite the same highs as like some of the other films, like respectively.
No, it's definitely when did it come out? 2002 or something.
I think three or
Three
four.
or something. It's definitely a
Yeah, four.
product of its time, like for sure. Especially with the heavy editing style of that MTV style editing of that time period.
Ugh.
And
I don't-
everything.
What I would love to know what started that.
MTV.
Yeah.
But like, what movie was the first to be like, all right, we're gonna do flash cuts, and
Well, like in the 90s, a lot of the new hot directors came from music videos.
That's true.
That makes sense.
yeah, but like
Look at
you have, we were just talking about Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003. Marcus Nispel directed like 250 music videos and ads in that style, but didn't really bring that style to Texas Chainsaw Massacre 03.
Yeah, there's a few that don't. Another one that I feel like is totally underrated, the Hitcher remake from 2007. That
Yeah.
was directed by, God, I forgot his name on the top of my head, but massive music video director. Like still to this day,
Yeah.
one of the biggest music directors ever. He only directed one movie. It's kind of crazy how music video directors are so used to like small formats that they'll jump into features, do one, and then never do it again. Hype Williams did it with Belly.
Belly, hell yeah.
Belly. ATL was directed by Chris Robinson, who massive music video director, only did that movie. And then The Hitcher, one of the biggest music video directors, only did one movie.
Dave Myers.
Dave Myers, yes.
And he directed that Sabrina Carpenter video with Jenna Ortega.
Yeah, he did that one. He did he did most of Kendrick Lamar's music videos, like Humble, and he's done like Ariana Grande. He's huge.
Yeah, so really odd story. My buddy Mike was the cinematographer on Humble.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Koziel. Yeah, he was so he was from Pennsylvania, and he did car videos. He was really big into that, and then he got in with what is that rapper's name? There was a rapper that was huge in the car industry, and he got in with him, and that's how he got in with like Kendrick and that club. Now he's doing all kinds of
stuff. Yeah,
all kinds of stuff as a cinematographer. Yeah,
that's cool.
Fuck, what was
I think the Hitcher remake is one of the most underrated, especially of the 2000s. Like, I honestly like it better. It is controversial, but because I didn't even see the original Hitcher until the box set came out, and I was watching it to see if I wanted to invest into it. I was like, it's okay, but I grew up with the remake. That's kind of my Hitcher.
The remake, the truck scene.
Yeah, the truck scene.
When it rips him in half, dude, it is nasty.
You see it.
Yeah.
You see it.
Yeah.
Where in the original one, it's more of a character thing where it's just like zoom in on the face and like each of their faces. Are you going to do it? Are you not?
I haven't seen the remake. I've only seen the original.
I saw it mostly because I was a huge fan of Sophia Bush, huge crush on Sophia Bush, and her with that shotgun at the end in the skirt. Come on.
Yeah, her in One Tree Hill.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bro, did you see that they just announced One Tree Hill is finally getting a complete season thing, but on DVD? They're not even going to put it on Blu-ray. Warner Brothers is re-releasing all the old ones, which I think I'm going to keep all my old ones because they're probably going to give it this giant, like, thick case with, like, it's super, I don't like those with, like, one case with 500 discs.
Double discs on top of each
I
other.
hate that.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't get that new Twin Peaks set because that case.
I was just about to say that even the one that I have now is like that, and it's just not the most like easy. Like, it's not accessible if I'm trying to go through there and just. I'm like, man, this is like a process. trying to flip through, after a couple episodes.
Well, it's hard enough even with TV shows, multiple episodes on one disc and trying to figure out where you're at, and now you have the big thick stack of Blu-rays or DVDs.
Yep.
Jordan over here just got his first TV series on physical.
Yeah.
Have you watched any of it yet?
Yeah, I watched all of the first disc. So most of season 1, season 2, disc 2 for season 1. I was having an issue with the menu at the bottom that has like play episode selection. It was just black. You couldn't see anything.
For which show?
Friends.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Well, you got the UK import too, right?
I did. Yeah. I prefer that one better. I like the artwork on it, and it's got the hard.
Is that the one where each case have like a duck or a symbol or something on it? And
yeah. Let me. I have it right here.
The only show we have, we have a couple like UK ones, but I remember getting my wife the Supernatural set when that was over, the big one, and that's a good set.
Yeah, I want to get the. They have it at Walmart right now. The Walking Dead Blu-ray.
Oh,
it's a nice set for like $100.
I've seen Walmart's got so many great ones. I just wish they were Blu-rays instead of just all DVD.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like The Lobster.
Yeah, the lob. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
This is season 9 and 10. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Wait, so the case like the actual case for it's like thicker, like for the
yeah, the box itself is like a rigid box.
and look at like I got this. So I'm
Yeah.
big fan,
That thing
but
looks flimsy, bro.
yeah,
That's
man,
what I've heard.
that's like look. See that? It's like it just doesn't feel very secured. And I got one initially from Amazon, and it was like,
Hey, Blockbuster Box Sets is making one for that.
oh, are they?
Yeah, he's making a hard.
Yeah. He's making a separate one. Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna campaign for a Twin Peaks one because I am so sick of those discs overlapping on top of each other that it makes me not even want to watch the show. But I'd be all for that.
Then I got you.
Bro, that's the problem I have with Tales from the Dark Side. It's like that big ass case that we've all been bitching about. And every single time I open that in my Twilight Zone Blu-ray set, every time I open it to get a disc, they fall everywhere, bro.
Is that the same deal for the Twilight Zone?
Yeah, my Twilight Zone set. Let me grab it. It's right here.
Can I plug something that I feel like before I forget, since we're on the topic of VHS tapes for a minute, but Chris, I know you'll appreciate this.
Oh boy.
Got the Beyond.
Oh,
Nice,
bro.
And then real quickly, I don't want to take away from this, but we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
Stage fright.
Stage fright. Yeah.
Are those like the clam cases?
Yeah. There's
the
big difference in size.
nice. Well, you were talking about the TV series. I know because they just did I Love Lucy in a Blu-ray, and that case it's like a massive like Amaray case.
Mm.
Yeah, and they're all stacked, just like that's how they did it.
Bro, if I open this right now, we could play
They're gonna fall
how
everywhere.
many discs
They're
would
gonna fall. Yeah.
fall out.
Yeah.
Don't do it, man. It's not worth it. Just cherish
Hey,
that show.
do it for the stream.
Wait, let's see. Hold up. If I okay,
Don't
it says
do
on
it,
the back
man. It's not worth it.
24 disc set, bro. Let's see. Hold on. If I open this right now,
You say it's a 44?
oh look, there's already one. It's bro. It's literally hanging on by the. I have to actually take out a disc to fix this. Hold on. Let me. I'm scared, bro. I'm scared. It's gonna be like.
I'm like nervous for you.
Let's hold on. Wait. Oh wait. And then there's. Whoa. Hold.
Yeah, but I'd be worried too. That would risk scratching them too.
Oh,
But
God.
I got to take out 2 discs to fix this one disc. Look at how many. Look, bro. Then there's 2 discs stacked on top of each other down here. This one's.
Oh, I hate that. Mm.
Yeah.
Blockbuster box sets. Hear this man's this man's cries.
Steven, did you? I don't know if this is inside information. I don't know which version, but who's the one? Who's that company that put out the Terrifier VHS? Whitaker, something
Witter?
like that.
Your name?
Yeah. Whitaker.
Oh, yeah.
They're about to, and I hope it's like the other ones, but they're gonna restock Terrifier 1 again soon. They messaged me and was like, be on the lookout or something, because I asked them if it was ever coming back, and they said soon.
Okay.
So I'm hoping it's not that clamshell, but a double one, so I can match like another Walmart one, because I'm building a box set for like all 4, because the 4th one's going to come out and it's going to be a double set like the other ones, but the first one's not.
See, all right, Brian, we got a problem here because I do have the clamshell, and I feel like all the other ones, those are all like the standard ones. So like I know that they released the 3rd one over through Walmart, but I mean, I was just trying to fit as many signatures in on this as possible for, I can't remember which convention it was, but yeah, the cast was there. So I'm like, I want one of these so I can for 3 so I can get it signed eventually at the production.
Yeah, no, I actually like the Walmart ones, the double ones, because
they're nice.
Well, I don't know if you saw my video comparing, like, because I have the umbrella version of 3 and the Walmart one, and one's full frame and one's widescreen. They're different aspect ratios.
Oh, no way. Which one's widescreen?
The umbrella one. The umbrella one is widescreen and it looks a little bit more old school VHS, like more like worn, and the Walmart one is a little bit cleaner of an image color wise, but it's full screen.
Interesting.
Interesting. Yeah. Now, I have a question. I don't know if you guys would know this or not, but I was going back. I was watching some of the older Scream movies, and I didn't realize. I think it was for Scream 2 that was full screen. Now, for every VHS at the time, were they always given the option for widescreen versus full screen? Then for VHS tapes.
I think it depends on the time period because there was a time when widescreen TVs were just becoming a thing.
Okay.
I think we're all at a certain point, all VHSs were full screen. I barely have any that are widescreen, but I don't know how to tell yet. I don't know because some have the banner across. It'll say like contemporary something or like special edition. Usually, special editions are kind of more widescreenish.
Okay.
I will say I'm not a fan of like anamorphic films done in full frame. Like I watched with the last that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie,
Last
Action.
Last Action Hero.
Oh, nice.
The pan and scan is too jarring on that with that anamorphic lens.
Yeah,
that movie.
Pan and scan is such a weird idea. Anyway, they're like, all right, let's move the frame left to right. That's a weird.
It works sometimes if you're just cutting, like somebody's in a car and it's a widescreen and you're just cutting back and forth. That's fine. But if it's like a widescreen, like super widescreen, and you can just see it moving, it's really jarring.
Yeah, I went on eBay and I was telling my wife how when I was young I had Final Destination 3 on DVD. And I remember there was a red copy and a blue copy of the slip, and it was full screen and widescreen.
Yeah.
Here, Steven, let me get this. I'm going to show you something real fast.
Oh, hell yeah.
Bro, that's a nice apartment, man. I gotta say.
I know.
I like the architecture, you guys.
Brian, give us a walkthrough.
I like that. I like that top of your fireplace.
Yeah.
You like my family photos?
I didn't take you as a family man.
I'm the only one in my family who lives far away from my family.
Yeah.
Everyone else like lives at home. I'm like 5 hours away.
He's the anti-family man.
Yeah.
Sure.
Kidding.
So I'm building these VHS box sets. I have like triple and double. I don't have the movies in here to like show you, but like I'll show you a template. So the first one I'm doing, obviously, American Pie, but
oh, that's nice.
How did you put that together?
Huh?
How did you make that?
Lots of time and energy.
Okay.
Lots of money and investment. I'm gonna make a video on how I make them because I'm kind of doing the same. Like Blockbuster's been helping me and shit, and I'm trying to do something a little different. But I'm building these triple ones and these like double ones.
I think you told me about this like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I've been working on it for a long time because I'm trying to get the paper right, which has been kind of an issue, like the printer, the paper.
Yeah.
And dude, with these boxes, if you're off by a millimeter, it's over.
What box sets would you want to eventually? I mean, obviously, I know you have American Pie, but
Well, I have I have a Jurassic Park one that I think I showed Chris over there. Mm-hmm. It's gonna have like it's gonna be a triple one. It's gonna have doors that open, kind of like the big door at the beginning. Yeah. It's gonna have that. I'm gonna do Crocodile Dundee. I'm gonna do Scream trilogy. I'm gonna do a for double set. I'm gonna do I Know What You Did Last Summer. I want to do a Batman one with all 4.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. But I also have some like normal like Blu-ray 4K ones, like how Blockbuster has it. Mm-hmm. But mine are going to be built a little differently and have different inside. They're going to have like a velvet felt inside to like protect.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Bro, I remember. Go ahead, man.
Oh no, I was just going to say because like. Did any of you guys get the Halloween box set that he did?
Jordan
I did. Yeah.
Okay. What because I eventually I would like to add that down the line, but did you feel like that was worth the investment? I mean, like presentation wise, I think it's gorgeous.
I mean, I knew the second I saw it, I was going to buy it. I mean, I forgot how much was it, like 100 and
Yeah.
140, something like that. Yeah, I mean, the original artwork for me is really what I really enjoy about it. Now, I will say with mine, the only hard part is, and I think he's kind of since corrected this,
Mhm.
is at least when this was made, the only Halloween sets that I had were the Scream Factory ones, and of course, I had them with the hard slips, and the hard slips don't fit into his boxes, so I had to
Oh.
they were just like naked cases sitting in his slips, and they did not stay in there. They'd fall out all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah. They
So
don't really fit. He does
yeah,
way more of like an all-in-one, which works for it. Mine is gonna be, which may be a little harder, but mine's gonna be more fit, different sizes for different cases.
so mine, what I had to do was VHS slips. He's a guy on Instagram. I bought all 13 of the Halloweens for his VHS slips. So now I'm in over $200, but
Yeah,
but
that's
each,
expensive.
but it looks awesome. I got all the original VHS slips over the Scream Factory artwork that goes into the boxes that go into the big box. So it's like this.
It's like
It's like this Frankenstein thing. It was completely unnecessary.
You know
Jordan's
I
what?
like,
want
yo,
to try
Jordan's
VHS
like, you want to
slip.
watch? He's like, you want to watch Halloween 2? Let me grab my box set. Let me grab my flip box.
Dude, that's how it is. It's so funny.
Like opening Pandora's box, just trying to get out.
Yeah.
Steven,
how it
here's
goes.
a box work. So I'm
Ooh.
also working on different paper. So like the holographic for I Know What
Oh
You Did
man,
Last
that's
Summer.
nice.
This is just kind of a temp box, and then I got the Girl Next
Oh,
Door,
that's fun.
and then I got a Van Helsing one
That's so cool.
Damn, bro.
coming. But I'm like playing around with different papers and different things. That's why I haven't launched it yet, because I'm doing
I'll tell ya,
quality control.
I'm just waiting for that 88 Films American Pie box set that you're gonna be doing.
yeah, I'm gonna have a big ass box set for like American Pie for that.
Dude.
Like
Ryan's
That-
actually gonna make it's gonna be called American Pie Through the Decades. It's gonna be 4 foot long, and you could fit all the VHS, all the DVD, all the Blu-ray, and all the 4Ks in
No, he's
one.
gonna make. There's gonna be one for the laser disc too.
Yeah.
if I can ever find that $300 piece, But even this, there's a white version and a red version, because it's
That's so cool.
cut and rated and unrated, essentially, because I have 6, so I have them all. But I do want to start with the VHS ones too, because I feel like VHS doesn't get enough love.
No, not at all.
That
And I like having them in the box sets. Like I have the Indiana Jones box set. I got Star Wars that come in like the boxes, and I'm like, I want to do these for the other trilogies.
What about Jaws?
I hate Jaws. No,
Oh
never.
no!
Never,
Oh,
never.
request denied.
I knew that.
Damn.
the
90s Michael Bay box set. That'd be pretty cool.
that I know what you
I
did.
do
last-
have a Bad Boys 1 and 2 box set coming for VHS.
That I know what you did last summer, dude. Brought me so much nostalgia from the Dimension release of Final Destination 2. It
Oh,
had
okay.
that.
Yeah,
hologram
no, that's where I got the inspiration from. It was no, I have the VHS. I'm sorry, I have the VHS.
Yeah, VHS also had
and
that.
the VHS has this too. So I want to try to match some of the ones. Because Poltergeist has that too. The DVD has that holographic effect.
Yeah, dude, that's a cool. I like wish more companies did that.
Mm-hmm.
Again.
That's why, like, when I saw it on the 88 one, I was like, oh, that's dope. Okay, I'm glad that I wish companies would bring that back, and lenticulars.
Oh yeah.
Well, I was just about to say, I know this isn't like a rare VHS or anything, but this is like one of my favorite things ever. This lenticular.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
I have that one. Yep.
yeah, like
somewhere I have that
Did
one.
yours come out easily? Because mine is super loose in there. I'm about
Dude,
to just tape it
look,
too.
I can literally just
It's so loose in mine.
slide it out. I could just well, when I found this, it didn't have it. It must have fallen out and they tucked it in the case. So I opened it and it slid out. And then I was like, oh shit, I gotta fit this back in here. But now it just falls out.
I wish I had my stuff unboxed. I got y'all remember that movie, The Phantom, with Billy Zane, the superhero movie?
Yeah.
all in purple. I have a VHS with the lenticular attached to it, where it's like him punching with the ring going in and out. It's so dope.
This
You
is
don't see those as much anymure.
No, you don't.
This is
Jordan,
my-
didn't you were talking about lenticulars recently, right? Was it you that was talking?
For
Lenticulars. I thought you were talking about the kickboxer one. I don't know if you were doing the kickboxer. That's a
No.
cool lenticular, man.
That's like the only one that I've seen in a long time.
This is my wife's prize VHS.
I still yet to see that movie.
Yeah, I don't know what this from Key Video.
Oh, bro, you got to replace that case. That would drive my OCD crazy.
Yeah,
I would not. I would not buy him. Well, I got to the point if the case is a little messed up like that, I can replace it. But
Damn.
what
I'm gonna
about
take
for, like? So Brian, like, I don't know if you ever get VHS tapes that have like the movie rental stickers or any of that type of stuff on it. Do you just leave those on, or do you eventually take them off, or do you have a way to get them off?
It depends. Like this one has a sticker on it. It says M, which I'm guessing is for mature. But do y'all ever get some where they can't come out? So like these, if they're on the actual tape, I'll leave them on.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say because I have. Hold on, let me see if give me 1 sec.
But if it's on the box, I usually don't care for it, and I don't like when people put their like name and address and everything like those little stickers on it. I hate that with a passion.
Like something like this. I don't know.
Like the Blockbuster ones.
Yeah, like
those are so hard to come off though.
I know. I'm scared to like mess around with this, and then the last thing I want is to accidentally tear apart.
I may do a video trying to get that off in like a restoration thing because I have a few like that, and I get nervous about like ruining it because VHSs are unless it's a VHS that I know I can find like easily for like $1 or something. But
well, to irritate Chris, I want to talk about the Oscars real quick because I just saw my phone. My wife's watching them, and their Nosferatu got snubbed for everything.
Oof.
Didn't get anything.
That does not surprise me, but not even like costume or anything or cinematography.
Wicked got a lot of that.
Wait, is the Oscars actually tonight? Like
it's right now. It's going on right now.
I didn't even know that.
And then
Wicked, that fish.
Wicked, get
the
out.
Substance did win achievement in makeup and hairstyling.
Who did?
The Substance.
Okay.
That's all.
I think The Substance is a little overrated.
I feel like it's
overrated.
Yeah, I feel like, don't get me wrong, I think that the film's awesome, but it's definitely kind of getting gassed up a little bit.
I think it's awesome for the type of movie it is.
Correct.
And when it's coming out and the recognitions it's getting. I think that's what's great about it. But I could see what you're saying, that it's not as the best movie in the world that it seems some people, but it's a great movie. I had a great time with it, but I think it's for them to be able to put that movie out now, I think is awesome. That's my opinion.
I like that they're putting out like even though it's not that original, it is original compared to what's made today. And I like that aspect. And I loved Revenge, her first movie, loved Revenge. So I'm all for her. And I bought it hoping it'll grow on me over time. But it's not a movie I really enjoy watching yet. But I'm hoping the more I see it, I will.
It's funny because the other day, Monkey Paw Productions, which is Jordan Peele's production company, put up a post talking about original horror. And they had all these movies listed, and the number one was The Monkey. And I was like, that's an adaptation. But okay. That's
Jordan Peele is another one I feel like the most overrated. Here's the thing. I like Nope. I hate Us. Get Out, I feel like, was a really good, important for its time kind of movie. It has amazing elements. I was telling Jordan the other day or yesterday, because I just watched Companion. for the first time yesterday, which, by the way, my favorite film of 2025 so far.
Oh yeah.
I love the whole Stepford Wives kind of robot thing, so I love that part of Get Out. But I feel like Jordan Peele being named like a new master of horror when he's barely done anything, he hasn't proven himself yet to be as hyped as he is.
Bro,
Yeah.
I like Us better than Get Out.
Bro, as soon as she starts talking with that, I'm like literally throwing out the movie. I'm like, nope, you ruined everything.
The atmosphere for that movie is like there's something special about it. It looks nice, but
I like the way it's shot. I love the way it's shot.
It's just I think like the direction of at least for me, I felt like that film just kind of felt like the direction kind of went all over the place with towards the end of it.
Well, like Nope is impressive because of the night for day.
Dude,
Yeah.
that is so like yes. And I didn't like Nope the first time I saw it. Like as soon as I saw that alien at the end, threw me out the movie. It ruined the whole thing for me because I was like, wow, I'm starting to really like this movie. Boom, ruined it. The more I watch it, the more I really, really love it. The movie. Now I still don't like the whole bedsheet alien parachute looking thing, but
I still haven't seen Nope. I need to see it.
It's
I
good.
think you'd like it.
It's a little long.
It's a
Okay.
little long, yeah.
It was. Would you guys say that it was like? I felt like that film worked really well in a theater setting. It's like one of those films where it's like it felt like it was a callback to like your Close Encounters, Jaws, like those kind of blockbuster type feel to movies, and I just don't feel like you get that as often nowadays.
Even from the poster, the first time you saw that poster with the cloud with the things, it gave you a Spielbergian kind of.
But that's what's funny though. So like, I love Super 8. That's one of my favorite movies of all time because of how well it calls back, I feel like, to the Amblin era of things, right? I feel like J.J. Abrams really captured that. Everyone talks about, and even Jordan Peele talks about how he was calling back to that era with Nope, and I don't see it at all.
I don't see that with Nope at all, actually.
Like with Nope, he was like, oh, I'm going back to this Spielberg. Even some critics were like, this is his Spielberg. I'm like, there's nothing about
this is nothing like Spielberg. The closest he got to Spielberg was the poster.
Yeah, there's nothing.
There's nothing Spielbergian about this movie. I feel like JJ captures Spielberg better than Spielberg sometimes, you know?
Yeah, dude, Super 8 is like a perfect movie in my opinion. I love that movie.
Did you ever see the video I did, Super 8 versus Attack the Block?
I remember seeing, I don't think I watched it because I've never seen Attack the Block.
I like Attack. Well, they're both good, but to me, Attack the Block is just a little better. Even JJ said he watched because they came out the same year. That's the movie, and they're basically the same movie, but one's way more rated R and takes place in London. But that was the movie that got John Boyega noticed by J.J. Abrams to get hired in Star Wars.
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah.
Another actor that I'm curious on how his movie's going to be is he's not a horror director is Ryan Coogler for Sinners.
That interests me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That really
Haley Seinfeld
trailer. I just don't. Oh, Haley. Oh my God. I just hate that they kind of spoiled her character in the trailer.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
I feel like they didn't need that in shot with her. I feel like you saw the whole movie.
I just wonder if this is going to be Ryan Coogler is going to be the next. You were talking about Jordan Peele, right? With his Get Out. Now this is going to be Ryan Coogler's Sinners is going to be, kind of paving his way out.
Ryan needs to get away from the MCU because Black Panther 2, I'm sorry, it was unnecessary.
Yeah, but like I love Creed. He did awesome.
Creed.
Oh yeah, that was great.
I
never saw Fruitvale Station though.
Fruitvale Station is good. Just real quick about Oscars, I will say that The Brutalist winning Best Cinematography over Nosferatu is the definition of a fucking snub.
I get why they did that. I haven't seen The Brutalist, but I totally think that because they marketed that whole movie on the whole Vista Vision coming back.
Yeah,
that's the whole reason that did that was because of Vista Vision.
Like The Brutalist looks beautiful. It's a very, very, very beautifully shot movie, but there's no, in my opinion, there's no creative vision with how the Brutalist is shot. Nosferatu, every single frame of that movie is like a painting.
It's a gorgeous movie.
So
Just everything about it. Even down to his creative choices of the way what happens with the characters. Like, I don't remember the character's name, but Nicholas Holt's character, when he is first going off to meet Count Orlok to get him that signature because he wants to to buy the property.
Mhm.
That horse carriage that comes in and how he gets into the carriage he's floated into, which just that little shot, that kind of stuff right there.
I think that's a callback to Bram Stoker's Dracula that Francis Ford Coppola did, because in that scene in Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula, the driver reaches his hand out and the hand like extends and grabs him. That shot is kind of the same.
Okay.
But there was something interesting that somebody brought up that I noticed when I watched Nosferatu, which is the camera always moves in the direction the character is heading before the character does.
I haven't noticed that.
I'll have to watch it. I didn't.
Yeah. If you watch, the camera will turn in the direction, and then the character will walk into the frame again, and it's to show like a predestined. Like the character is not making this decision on their own. They're being drawn in. So the camera is always moving before the character moves in that direction.
That's interesting. I need to revisit that because that's a movie. When I saw it, all I kept thinking was Bram Stoker's was better. Like it's the same movie, but all I kept, because I grew up with Bram Stoker's Dracula. Like I've seen it 100 times. I have it tattooed on my arm. Like I love that movie. So seeing this is like, it's the same movie. So but I love the style. Lily Rose Depp stole the show for me.
That's what I was going to bring up. And she reminded me, like, she can pull off like a Reagan in The Exorcist, that whole scene.
Dude,
right
that's
there, immediately what I thought of.
Have y'all ever seen the show The Idol on HBO?
I watched one episode of it and I just couldn't.
It's one of the worst shows ever made, but not because of Lily. It's because of The Weeknd. The Weeknd's like the worst actor ever made. That's why I don't want to see that movie you were telling me about with the guy from Waves. But the opening shot for the first episode is a close-up of Lily Rose Depp. And it's like this dolly out, and she has to give like 5 or 6 emotions all in one. And you know from the second you see that show, like, damn, this is a good actress.
Yeah, I mean, she's also nude in the first minute of that show.
Dude, she's nude like half that. that I was shocked at how little she was nude in Nosferatu, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen the extended cut, so I don't know.
Honora got best screenplay.
Yeah.
Saw that. I was
Dude,
reading.
it's just like I don't know, man. When it comes to these award shows, they don't help anything, and it's only movies that come out in like the last third of the year that ever get any attention.
It's only like the November, December, yeah,
and it's like it's all like I don't know. It just all feels inauthentic. It feels like every single time I'm like, people win. I'm like, yeah, of course they did. We knew that when it came out. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, yeah. Now, like, Nora feels different this year because I didn't think they were going to accept a movie that is so brass in its topics. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't think they were going to, but that movie seems to be on the fast track to winning a lot.
Like, explain to me how Wicked gets best production design over Nosferatu.
Because they're trying to get people to watch the Oscars, so they're picking the popular.
What I'm saying is Wicked, the whole thing was CGI.
But
no, they did build a lot.
No, they built a lot.
Like even that scene with like they planted like 5,000 tulips or something for that scene, but I mean it was taken over by CGI at the end.
Same with the wizard scene when that's all real. But
they enhanced it with CGI.
So they did do a lot of work on it, but I don't think they just did the Wizard of Oz again. That's all they did.
I mean, this has nothing to do with the Oscars, but it's on what we're talking about. Are y'all a fan of the Thing remake?
The one with what's his name?
Joel Edgerton.
Is that a remake or is that a prequel?
It's a prequel. I misspoke. It technically is a prequel because that movie ends where the first one begins.
So Originally, I thought I didn't like it because of the replacement because they did all of the effects for real, and then
That's where I'm getting at. They did all the effects practically to do a little CGI, and then it was basically taken from them in post, and they just replaced everything with CGI, which ruined the whole practical effect. But they shot it practically.
Do you think those shots are still out there?
I don't know.
honestly, they probably use them. They probably put the CGI over them.
Yeah. No, they
didn't
almost like a
duplicate
digi double. Yeah, they used it, and then they just replaced the whole thing with CGI instead of little things with CGI.
Last time I watched that movie, I remember thinking like, okay, this is okay. And then there's a scene when they're all outside and they're all talking, and a character in a span of 5 seconds, one character says, "We should all stick together." And then they go, okay. And then they all break up into little groups and walk away. I was like, wait, hold on. What are we doing? I was like, I'm done. I'm checked out. I'm done. That's like, leave the thing alone. Just, I mean, that it wasn't needed.
I have a question.
Speaking of visual effects, Dune just won. Dune 2 won visual effects.
I feel like that's a film that's deserving.
That was a good movie. I think.
And here's a counterpart to all the Alien Romulus shit I got. Alien Romulus was nominated for Best Visual Effects. All the people who try to give me shit about it being visual effects heavy, it's like, no, it's practical. It's nominated for Best Visual Effects.
Wait, did you guys know that the Oscars in memoriam didn't include Tony Todd?
I saw that.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Racist fuckers.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And then Daniel Blumberg just won Best Original Score for The Brutalist. I don't know, man. This is
Nora won twice. They won for Best Editing too.
Yeah.
Dude, even like Kieran Culkin, like I don't know what people saw in that movie. That movie was just okay. A Real Pain. It was okay.
I'm not the biggest Jesse Eisenberg fan, so that's not really been on my radar.
I just don't like. We watched it when it came on Hulu or whatever, and it's like a perfectly good 3-star movie. Like, nothing about it does anything stand out. And it's getting all this attention. I'm like, yeah, it was fine.
Dude, if Demi Moore can get nominated, then why can't Hugh Grant get nominated for The Heretic?
Oh, dude. I think Sophie Thatcher should get nominated.
Oh, yeah, Brian, I didn't get to hear what you thought of that movie.
I loved it. I liked the companion more. I did a whole Sophie Thatcher double feature last night.
Ooh.
I did Companion, which I fucking loved, and then I did Heretic right after. And what shocked me was the role reversal from the blonde girl, the other girl, not Sophie Thatcher.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was gonna go like the whole movie. I'm like, this is the little innocent or whatever, bro. I was shocked by the whole how it ended up.
What do you take about the butterfly? Wait, have you guys seen it?
I need to see it.
Okay.
I had to watch like 5 YouTube explanation videos.
I have my ideas of what happened, but I don't want to say anything to ruin it for Steve.
Yeah, I think it leaves it the way the movie ends, Steven, is you have to kind of decide.
Oh, I'm cool with that.
Your interpretation of it. It's almost like, is it real? Is it not real? Kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing with Heretic too is there is no, it's very there's no like perfect 3-act structure to it. The movie does not follow any sort of traditional structure. It just keeps going and going, and it's so like it takes its time unraveling everything.
The beginning is almost like a play. Like when they get to the house, that whole scene in the living room, it feels like a 20-minute dialogue scene of them just sitting and talking. It feels more like a play.
That scene where he takes them into that second room, like that looks like a church.
Yeah.
And he just breaks down every, thing that they believed.
Yes.
That scene right there, I think sold it to me. And that Hugh Grant should have got something.
I think that's when you're people like when you're film fans like us who appreciate long takes or long like being patient with the camera, zooms, like long dialogue, like when you appreciate these things that are not as prevalent today because of the attention span of most, when you watch a movie like Heretic, all of that stuff is at play. Like it's so that movie's not in a rush to go anywhere, and it's like that opening or that moment in the living room with them talking. There was never a time when I was like, okay, we need to get this.
No, not at all. Like, dude, I would have watched the whole movie with them in that living room. To be completely
honest. Thought. Well, 20 minutes into that scene, I'm like, man, half of this movie is going to be in this room, and I'm perfectly fine with it.
It was very much like the opening to Inglourious Bastards with the whole who's in control kind of thing. And my favorite shot, what you were talking about with the lawn, is just a shot of them turning the candle and how the camera moved around the coffee. Oh my god, that shot, just cinematography wise, just got me.
They're cool directors. I think they missed the bullet with that 65 movie, but Haunt is still one of
did they do 65? I still haven't seen that, but I just heard it sucked.
They did Haunt, which is one of my favorite
haven't seen that one
movies of all time. I love Haunt.
Which Haunt? Because there's two different Haunts.
Is that the one with the white face?
Yeah, the one with the one that we bought the Ronin Flicks edition of.
Okay, yeah. Dude, that movie.
Yeah,
amazing.
And they do super cool shit in that movie too. Like really,
cool
stuff Haunt.
Y'all are gonna make me watch Haunt now because I love.
You really should. And that Ronin Flicks one, that whole collector's set, excellent, amazing price for that. For what you're getting.
It was like what, $25 or something?
Yeah, and you get like an exclusive slip. You get a bunch of different magnets and all that stuff.
Yeah, what boutique or what? Where they're from?
Ronin Flicks. This is what the slip looks like.
So.
Okay, yeah, okay. Is that second site? Well, who was that?
No, this is Ronin Flicks.
Ronin. Okay, I've never heard of them.
Yeah, Ronin Flicks. And then this is the inside artwork.
That's dope.
And then you get the soundtrack and you get the movie with all the new bonus features and stuff.
Yeah, it's you already got it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's awesome.
Are y'all hyped for the new Ready or Not 2 by the two directors?
I am.
I'm excited.
Dude, Ready or Not is so goddamn good.
It's so good. Yeah,
we
even
need
Abigail. Like I want
a 4K for that.
Dude, Abigail is every time I'm sitting down and I'm like, I just want to watch something fun, I think about putting on Abigail.
Dude, Abigail's amazing. I love that movie.
When the second site rumored or teased that they were putting it out
for Abigail?
Yeah.
I did hear that, but then there was you had showed me that a German boutique company had a 4K planned and they were working on it.
Was that Abigail or was that the other one I showed you?
I think it was Abigail. I thought it was
Azrael. Azrael has one.
Azrael does, but I'll have to look back. But there was one, and they kind of
it may have been Turbine. It may have been Turbine.
It was Turbine.
Turbine teased.
In Abigail, when Kevin Durant launches himself off the stairs and tackles,
when he tries to break the thing open.
I was not expecting to enjoy him in that movie as much.
He was
so good.
He was awesome.
Yeah, who else? Stevens is like
he's
Dan Stevens, dude. That guy, one of my favorite actors.
Dude, I'm a huge Catherine Newton fan. Like, I know a lot of people don't like Paranormal Activity 4. I really like Paranormal Activity 4. I love the relationship between her and the boyfriend or the non-boyfriend character. I love that. I love her and Lisa Frankenstein. Like, I love her in fucking Ant-Man. I love her character. So she's
the daughter in Ant-Man.
Yeah, she's the daughter in Ant-Man.
I need to watch the other Paranormal Activities because really, I really only focus on 1 and 3. Those are the two that I watch more frequently than not. But I haven't seen 4 in quite a while.
I like 3. I think 2. I mean, I think 1 is my least favorite, just because I don't know. It's the oldest one.
Mm-hmm.
But 3 and 4 are my favorite. I think
3's
the one with the little girls, right? The one in the 80s.
Yeah, it's a prequel.
Yeah,
that
one's really good.
The third one, dude. That movie. the ending when they go to their grandma's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never saw the fifth one, the marked ones. I never got into it past the fourth one.
What's the one? And I just remember the trailer. Is that the marked ones where they decide they're going to go in, so they pop the trunk and they get all the guns out and they're ready to go?
I don't remember.
Which one was that?
Mexico or something?
I thought that was the marked one or the ghost dimension.
I don't know, but I saw that. I was like, come on, guys.
They Paranormal Activity 3, the scene in the bathroom. Always got what did it call it? Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the door. Oh my god, dude, that scene.
Well, that whole interaction, that shot there is so just the way he captures that, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Which is the one? Is it 3 or is it 2? The one where he puts the camera on the fan and it's just kind of
3.
like going like this back and forth.
Mhm.
I love that shot.
That's the one. It goes in the living room and then goes back to the kitchen and everything is gone and it just drops.
Yeah.
I love that.
So I'm looking behind Steve and I'm incredibly jealous of that Psycho 4K set.
You don't have that?
No,
I have the standard edition one.
Oh yeah, I have the Psycho one.
I don't have the big one.
Yeah.
Is Psycho 2 and is Psycho worth getting into past the first one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Psycho 2 is better than the first Psycho, in my opinion.
Here's the thing. I do not like Psycho. I have a whole video coming out that I've been planning for like a year about movies about Psycho better than Psycho. Like Hitchcock is better than Psycho to me. Have y'all ever seen that documentary 7852 or something? The documentary that's just about the shower scene?
Yes, I did. Years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got like Elijah Wood. It's
because what was it? It was 78. Was it 78 frames?
No, it was like 78 frames, 52 cuts or something like that.
Yeah. Dude, Psycho 2 is incredibly smart. Like the whole idea of Psycho 2 is he actually crazy? It questions it, and it does such a good job at making you, even when the movie's over, like even still to this day, I'm like, I don't know in Psycho 2. I'm like, I'm still not 100% sure.
Was the third one was directed by Anthony Perkins?
Yeah, I think Psycho 3 was, because then 4 was Mick Garris.
For which one?
Psycho 4 was Mick Garris directed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
sequels are solid.
Yeah.
Is that set? Is that Blu-rays or is it 4Ks with all of them?
They're 4Ks.
4Ks.
So
is that Arrow?
Yeah, and it's that awesome. It has the slip that goes over that makes it look like the shower curtain. It's got the sheer streaks on it. It's pretty cool.
Dope.
That was the limited one. This is the standard one. So it's 2, 3, 4 in just like 4K, just a regular.
I never understood, why did they leave out the first one for that set? What's up, Garrett?
Did they not?
They probably didn't have the rights to it.
I wonder. Let me see who owns. Let me see.
Is that Paramount? That's not Paramount, is it?
See, right here. So it's got that, and the slip comes off.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. I don't think I've seen that one before. Like I've never seen it in person with the.
Yeah. So the first Psycho is Paramount. 2, 3, and 4 are Universal.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I missed out on that. I had that set in a cart so many times, that limited edition one, and I never pulled the trigger on it, and I regret it.
Would you guys consider that? I mean, like as far as Arrow releases, do you guys consider the Psycho box set probably one of like the better ones that they put out?
Yeah, I like this, and then the Hellraiser Quartet of Torments.
Yes.
Like that's my favorite. But this, I mean, this booklet, dude. I mean, look how thick that is. This thing comes with. I mean,
so those were both in the same year, weren't they?
Which ones?
Psycho and the Hellraiser box set.
I'm not sure.
I think the UK Quartet of Torment was the same.
Yeah, the original. I think the original release of it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I still think. I mean, honestly, guys, I think. Where is it? I think the original Hellraiser release box set. Oh, it's up there. Is better than the Quartet of Torment.
I know which one you're talking about. The tetralogy set.
No, this one. The Scarlet Box.
Oh, yeah.
This thing.
Scarlet Scarlet box is nice.
Dude, this thing, so it opens, it has like this little slip.
Oh, that's cool.
Let me figure out how to.
It's like the puzzle. He can't figure out how to
I was gonna say,
And then they're in like these sleeves.
I'm not a fan of it. Doesn't Second Sight do that with their boxes too?
Yeah, and the corners always like bend. on the
That's why
digital.
that's why I'm thinking I may just with Second Sight just get the standards for the because I'm not a fan of that style.
And I've tried to take like a standard case and put it in there just to see if you can like come. Doesn't
yeah,
they have them just
Yeah.
perfectly
This
tight?
is what I like. So they have this. This is called Documents of Blood, and this is all of the extra stuff that comes in
are
this.
those art cards? What are those?
So, dude, there's all right. Let's see. There
Sorry,
is
it's hard
a.
for me.
No, you're good. There's concept. This is a whole book full of concept art. Then there's like character concept drawings. Let's see what else is in here. And the posters are in here as well. And then there's this massive book, The Damnation Game.
Is that hard?
Wow.
Is that
Yeah.
hard?
And then this is the inside of the box.
I love inside artwork. I think
Wow,
Yeah,
I'm experimenting with the inside artwork for some of my bigger boxes, but inside I love when people put that kind of attention to.
Yeah, this is a cool, and I mean, it's the Quartet of Torment is a better release from like having Hellraiser 4 and obviously the 4Ks. But I think design wise, this box is I could not get rid of this when I upgraded to the Quartet of Torment. I was like, I couldn't let this go. There was no way.
I would say I almost jumped on the Quartet one when it was like $50 like 2 weeks ago or something on Amazon, but I can't get into the Hellraiser movies. I couldn't get past the first one, but I really liked. I think it's just now coming to 4K from Germany. The new one from Hulu that came out like a few years ago.
Yeah,
with the girl.
I saw that.
That one was actually not that bad. I actually kind of enjoyed that one, so I may grab that Hellraiser because there's Judgment coming out, which I never saw that one, and then there's the just Hellraiser, the Hulu movie.
Yeah, the Hellraiser one was okay, I thought. Or I'm sorry, the Hulu one. I thought that was okay.
You guys were talking about The Hitcher earlier, and you know it's another movie that I feel like doesn't get I feel like it doesn't get talked about enough is The Hills Have Eyes remake.
Yeah.
I very much prefer that over the original.
Because it's I'm kind of surprised like we haven't seen anything like maybe like a re-release or something of that.
There's not even who was it? You have it right, Jordan. This is on subject, off subject. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because that's in the same thing where the beginning, the only unrated version is like on Blu-ray is like a Canadian release, right?
Yeah, it's Canadian. It has like the dual, like the Canadian.
Yeah, with the French. Yeah, because I was thinking about that because I was updating all my because I just got the Hills Have Eyes 1 and 2. I got like the double pack because I was scared they were going to go to print because aren't they? I think they're Fox.
Yeah, they're Fox.
I'm surprised those. Well, I was gonna say I'm surprised those don't come to 4K, but if it's Fox, I don't know.
And same thing earlier we were talking about Devil's Rejects. I feel like Hills Have Eyes would benefit highly from 4K because it's shot in like that bright sunlight.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So because that's we were talking about Devil's Rejects. A lot of Devil's Rejects is in like that straight, like middle of day sunlight. So I feel like it would pull out a lot of detail and nice.
It's a nice contrast to the original one. I feel like depending on what you're going for between like the two Hills Have Eyes, but I feel like that there's a lot more grain in like the original and like the Arrow release for the 4K looks really nice. But man, I would wholeheartedly embrace if they did a 4K release for the remake.
There's a lot of Wes Craven ones. His original stuff that I couldn't get into. Like what was it? What was The Last House on the Left?
Yep.
I tried to get into the original one. I couldn't do it. And
I love the remake of that one.
I keep debating getting the 4K because I'm gonna get it, but
I'm
got the Blu-ray.
I actually think the remake is 10 times worse than the original.
Really?
Really?
So I mean, I have an original poster of Last House on the Left to my left. Ironically. Ironically to my left. For the reputation of the original, I actually think the remake kind of misunderstood it, and the remake is actually more of a cruel movie than the original is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
that scene in the woods.
the original
Yeah.
focuses on when they're done that assault scene. There's a moment in that movie where you can kind of see that like even they're disgusted with themselves. They're not happy with themselves. And it brings this really weird like juxtaposition for how you feel, because like you hate them for what they've done, but you can also it's this weird feeling. You could tell that even they're not happy with what they've done. The remake just abandons that and makes everybody a piece of shit, and everybody's cruel and mean, and it just completely flies away from that.
I think the only thing I don't like about the original is that just visually it looks like a student film from 1970 something. It looks so amateur, and I get it. It's like one of his first films. Like he probably was in college when he made that movie, but I just visually just can't get into that style of like homemade,
Yeah, it's very, I mean, him and Sean Cunningham did that after Sean Cunningham did an adult movie, and then he did that soccer movie. I forget what the hell it was called. He did like a family movie before they decided to do Last House on the Left. So
I prefer like Texas Chainsaw Massacre the remake than the original one. I know that's blasphemous too, but
no, we were just talking about the remake, man. I watched the remake. I think the remake's fantastic.
I think the remake's really good. I really wanted to get into the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, like the old one, the original one, especially because the box set came out. Because I love the artwork, absolutely love the artwork on Arrow's box sets, but I couldn't get into that movie when I saw it.
Oh, it's a complete different tone.
Yeah.
It's very. I mean, the beginning alone with that guy getting his head like sawed.
Hey, Dennis Hopper with the dueling chainsaws. Well, when he goes out to test out the chainsaw and he's hacking at the log, and the owner's like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's funny too because the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake was shot by Daniel Pearl, who shot the original movie.
Did he really?
That seems so ridiculous.
Yeah, dude, that's the same exact cinematographer. Well, back then it was just they were just DC, but yeah, he was the cinematographer on the 03 remake. Yeah. Daniel Pearl.
That one made me want to go back and watch that one.
That one's Platinum Dunes, right?
Yeah.
Who owns is that Fox? Who owns all the Platinum Dune ones?
Well,
that was Friday the 13th too, wasn't it? Didn't that fall under the Platinum Dunes?
And that was Nightmare on Elm Street too. The remake.
Hold on, I'm about to look this up.
Platinum Dunes.
But I will say, I feel like I'm kind of surprised that the Texas Chainsaw remake hasn't gotten, some sort of like a new release or something.
It's New Line and it's 20th Century Fox, so I don't know who owns.
Founded by Michael Bay, Brad Fuller, and Andrew Form.
Michael Bay did all the New Line horror films remakes.
Did you guys ever watch the deleted scenes from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003, the remake?
I think I saw the alternate ending, but I don't know if I saw the.
Yeah, Jessica Biel's character, that whole movie, is pregnant.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, really? There's a deleted scene when her and Kip are walking through the woods to go to the house to try to find the sheriff, and she tells him that she's pregnant. Every single time I watch that,
why do I feel like I knew that? As soon as you said that, I'm like, wait.
Every single time I watch that movie, I know that scene's not in it, but I'm just like, it makes everything so much worse to me.
Worse,
for sure.
You know what I mean? And that's why they took it out, but that's what makes the ending more impactful, that she goes back and takes the baby.
Takes it,
like
yeah.
She's pregnant. So, yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Because the alternate ending is her in the asylum, like in the mental house, right?
Oh, no way.
I don't know if I've seen all of it. I'm not big on too many deleted scenes. On watching deleted scenes. unless I really like the movie. But I feel like I saw the alternate ending to that. But
I'll
Yeah.
never forget that scene with the chase scene with Leatherface. I can't remember what the character's name. The blonde hair guy. He's running through like
the
the
dude from Grind.
I think
Like Vogel.
yeah, they had like the laundry that was like hung up or whatever, and they're running and they like intersect at one point and just like hacks his leg off. I remember seeing that way back when that first came out, and I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah, well, they're
Terrible outcome.
that's what's funny though, because I remember another deleted scene from the remake where she's in the car and Leatherface is in the back seat and he drives the chainsaw through the back of the seat. And I'm trying to remember if that was a deleted scene or if I'm making that shit up.
From that movie?
From 03, yeah.
Wow. Man,
Yeah.
that's I think that scene you were talking about, the missing, or I mean, not the missing, the deleted scene about her expecting, that kind of changes the whole tone of the entire movie.
I don't know why they took it out, dude. You can find it, like you can go on YouTube. It's like 30 seconds long. It's very quick. But it's the only scene that was written that brought it up. So maybe they felt like it didn't. That's why at the beginning, that's why she doesn't smoke.
Yeah, okay.
Window because she's pregnant.
Listen,
and they kept that in, but
we were watching Jeepers Creepers last night, and those two movies I feel like are, for me in my mind, are like kind of synonymous around that same time. Like there's like has a very, very specific feel to those films that came out around that, those within that year or whatever. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. Definitely a time capsule.
it's such a shame, dude, that Jeepers Creepers will always have the Victor Salva thing.
Yeah,
over their head. You know, that's really it's because I have never thought about those movies without thinking about him. You know, what I mean? And it's a shame because I enjoy both 1 and 2, and I'll watch them, but like it will always be over its head. You know,
Kind of taints the movies a little bit.
Well, let me ask y'all this: are y'all people who can separate art from the artist?
So yeah, to an extent, I can separate it and still enjoy what they put out, but like I said, it's always just a stigma that just sort of lives there.
Because one of my favorite, and I'm going to say favorite directors, but somebody who puts out movies I really like is Woody Allen, and I can separate what happened with him between his movies. Yeah. I don't even think about it when I watch his movies.
I think the Victor Salva thing was so disruptive. You know what I mean? It was like,
yeah, I don't know the full story with that. I just remember hearing something about it, and then I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure it came out when he was supposedly working on the 3rd Jeepers Creepers, and that's when it really started getting derailed. Was when all that came out. It's funny though, because then you have situations with like Richard Stanley, who did Color Out of Space.
What did he do?
It was the same thing. It was like a sexual assault thing, and that kind of came and went. But and then he directed something else, but for some reason the Victor Salva one was very
very public.
Yeah, it was very public. Yeah.
I feel like Roman Polanski's another one that I always have kind of a hard time being able to separate some of that, from his, because I really like Rosemary's Baby, Tenet, Repulsion, but it's like for a director that gets such praise, it's also kind of, like you have to almost like look past that. Not that you obviously don't, condone anything. But
what about you talk like Kevin Spacey?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
I can still watch all this.
He was just he was founded innocent and all. He was just proven innocent technically. And
here's the thing: I can still watch a whole bunch of Miramax movies. I can watch every Miramax movie ever made and not even think about Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
That's yeah. I guess.
Well, and that's the same way. I mean, you see the Weinstein company. I mean that, and then you
don't thinking it. Well,
I see it. I'm like, oh, that sucks. But then, all right, move on. Let's finish this movie.
I guess the only time I really noticed it was on the Inglourious Basterds 4K. I was like, oh, it's still here.
Just a heads up for you guys. Sean Baker won Best Director.
Wow.
Nice. I'm actually surprised. The Substance girl, I can't pronounce her name. Carly
Forget.
Yeah, I can't pronounce her name. I'm surprised he didn't go that route with her. But Sean Baker, I think it's his best film. personally. And then the Florida project just got announced on 4K, which I'm stoked about.
Adrian Brody won Best Actor in a Leading Role.
Yeah,
That's surprising given the controversy.
Yeah, well, they used AI to enhance his Hungarian accent, didn't they?
Yeah. But it was hugely controversial.
Well, when it comes to the Academy time, all that stuff kind of gets forgotten. Oh, Mikey Madison won Best Actress just now. It just came out. She better have. I mean, her role in that's pretty,
Dude, that ending. Have y'all seen Lenore?
Nope, I'm waiting for the Criterion release to watch it.
That ending, it's not a spoiler, and I won't tell you what it is, but the emotional thing it did for me seeing it was just like, wow. Like, I was planning on making a video that night, and then as soon as that ending happened, I was like, I had to sit with myself for a while.
Well, somebody was going off on somebody I follow on Instagram was going off because of the whole thing of her not having a oh my god, what do they call it? A intimacy coordinator. She didn't have one. She elected not to have one on the movie, and this person posted like 15 stories about like how wrong it was and how this is what's wrong with how, and then he reposted somebody replying saying like she chose not to have it, and then he reposted it, was like, oh, and then I never
That was all she said. Oh,
yeah, it was the comment trimmed in the middle, and he just put oh on top of it, and then I never heard another word about it again.
That's funny.
Bro, the opening, I don't know if you the first episode of that show, The Idol, with with Lily Rose Depp, the whole thing is she's doing a photo shoot at her house and she wants to get naked, and then an intimacy coordinator who's trying to stop the shoot. She's like, it's my house, it's my body, it's my shoot. And the intimacy coordinator is like, no. So they lock him in a bathroom and they pay a guy $5,000 to like guard the door so they can finish the photo shoot.
And the intimacy coordinator in that show is like the most like Gen Z,
like
talk about the intimacy. I can't even say the word intimacy coordinator. That's the whole controversy. I don't know if you guys heard. You probably did. With what was that movie that just came out? It Ends With Us. That whole debacle. And then and then the guy who the actor is now in that movie Drop, that new kind of thriller movie.
Yeah, but there's so much drama going on with that movie that.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, honestly, dude, like there's a lot. Like I'm really surprised at. We always talk about like erotic thrillers of the 90s and stuff. Like it's really funny how this year we got movies like Anora, Baby Girl, like
bro, that milk scene in Baby Girl.
Baby Girl is dude, I can't wait for my A24 4K to come into that.
Dude, when I saw that movie and just the scene with her with the laptop, I was like, okay, Nicole Kidman.
Bro, we walked by that movie. My wife and I, we went to go see Nosferatu.
Mm-hmm.
As we're walking down the hallway, we pass a screen and all I hear is moaning. And I look to my left and it said Baby Girl at the top. I'm like, oh. And I heard it in the hallway. I was like, oh, they're just watching Baby Girl. Okay, my bad.
It's trying to go walk past it to see Moana.
Bro, they're probably right next to each other.
Yeah.
Bro, Nicole Kidman is not shy about anything.
No.
Like, was it Paperboy? She really pissed on Zac Efron in that scene. And then, have y'all ever seen Killing of a Sacred Deer?
Yeah.
Yeah, a while ago.
Her husband's an anesthesiologist, so they have this role play thing where she doesn't get naked. She gets in her bra and underwear and then just like lays like unconscious on the bed for him to like, it's like, she's into some weird shit.
Have you guys ever heard of this show?
Is that the Tony Scott, like the show version of the movie? I've never seen the show, but
every episode is like a different story almost, and they were all produced by Tony Scott, and they all have. So season 1 is Terrence Stamp hosts it, and season 2 David Bowie is the host. So it's almost like it was like a Showtime show almost, and at the beginning of every episode it would be like David Bowie with some weird like methodical overarching like one of the episodes in season 1, the Terrence Stamp one, every episode is some sort of like lust greed thing shot in the Tony Scott style, And the one of the episodes is it's a guy who goes to this club and he pays like $50 to get this private show. And the private show is a woman who feels no pain when she gets stabbed. So part of the show is that the host of the show stabs through her with this blade and she can't feel it and she bleeds, but then she heals right away. And the whole like overarching idea is that she falls in love with him, therefore she becomes like weakened from the host. So as she's sleeping with this other guy, her connection with the host lowers and lowers, and then she kills herself because the host takes her from this guy that she met. And when he stabs her on stage, she can now die because she's disconnected from the host.
Is it kind of like a Tales from the Crypt kind of a thing?
Every episode is different. Yeah. Every episode is different. But these
Bro,
I got these off Amazon, and they're
are they bootleg or are they real?
They're Blu-ray. They're the Blu-ray R's.
Mm-hmm.
But the quality is perfect. Like, and they're full menus, full episode selection, commentaries. Season 1, both of them are 22 episodes. So it's 44 episodes between the two.
Dude, dude, that's one of my favorite, like most underrated, like Tony Scott movies. That needs a 4K. I think it's Warner Brothers, though.
Yeah, I have the soundtrack. I found this a couple weeks ago.
It Blue Bayou on that. I can't remember if Blue Bayou was in that movie or not.
It's not on here, no.
Bro, I really want the companion soundtrack so bad, but I looked it up. It's only getting a vinyl, and the vinyl is only the composer's score. It's not like the music they put in.
Oh,
it's not the soundtrack. It's only the score.
It's only the score. But that movie's soundtrack just.
I haven't seen that movie yet.
Companion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so good, bro. I loved it.
I thought it was okay.
Damn, dude. I like Sophie Thatcher. She's awesome. To me, she's kind of like a new Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yeah, she's got this like look about her to where she's not like sexy, but she's cute in like a different kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
But she's so good as an actress. Even in Heretic, all her little like twitches and all her little like, noticing shit, like she's such a good actress.
Well, that's
I looked her up to see what else she was in and was like, oh, she was in that one episode of Boba Fett that I hated, that Robert Rodriguez directed with the Power Ranger bikes.
Yeah. She looks so different in Heretic though, because she's so like plain, for lack of a better word. You know what I mean? So like, even because I saw Heretic after I saw the trailer for Companion, and I was like, wait, that's the same girl? I was like, wait, hold on. Like, it's because she's just so, normal.
I would have thought she was British too, because she's got that like the facial features of somebody who would be British, but she's American.
Well, did you guys know that both her and the other girl in Heretic were former Mormons?
Mm-mm.
no way.
That's why they were chosen for that movie, because both of them were Mormons that are no longer Mormon.
Bro, that other girl in that movie, I want to see her in more movies. I really want to see her in more movies.
Yeah, and she's not in much.
Mm-mm. She was like a Disney or Nickelodeon kid or something back in the day too, I think. I looked at her resume. She was on some TV show as a kid.
Yeah, so she was in because what's her name? Chloe East.
Yeah.
She was in The Fablemans. She was the sister.
I haven't seen that yet.
She was in The Wolf of Snow Hollow.
I did not like that
one. That's really about.
But wasn't she in like some kind of TV show? Like some kids?
Let's see. Generation. I don't know what that is.
So I gotta see Heretic, Baby Girl. I feel like those are the two ones I really got to make sure.
Yeah, I haven't seen Baby Girl. I didn't see that one.
Chris was talking about this earlier. It was like the erotic thrillers coming back, but that's like right up my alley.
Oh, hold on.
Dude, Baby Girl is, you gotta make sure you let your girl know what you're watching before you throw them.
You really do though. Like you really do. Like that's a movie like I would normally go see with my mom, and I'm like, no. Mm-mm.
Really?
Yeah.
Speaking of erotic thrillers,
Ooh.
Okay, well, that or Enora.
what are Anora? 110%
Like,
Anora.
I haven't seen either one, so
110% Anora, I think. I'm making a whole video about this, but so I've seen 1 through 3. I grew up watching 1 through 3 because they're the 90s ones. But the fourth one came out. It was like a straight to DVD one. And I'm watching it. I'm laughing the whole time. I'm like, what is this CW-esque? Like, it looks like a CW show. This was a Lifetime movie. Poison Ivy 4 was a Lifetime movie. And I'm watching it like there's so much nudity in this. Like, they edited it out for TV. Like, could you imagine being like a 13-year-old girl or a 20-something-year-old housewife seeing this on TV, loving it, and then buying it on Blu-ray and being like, oh my God, why is there so much nudity and sex in this movie? Because it got an unrated version for physical media. And part of me is like, how did they edit some of this out? Because some of it's storyline. I just thought it was weird that this was like a legit Lifetime made for TV cable movie, but on physical, it's like pure erotic, you know.
I still need to watch the fourth one.
Did you watch the third one?
Not yet.
The third one's, I would say I like the third one the best.
Yeah, not yet. There's so, like, the problem is, man, there's just so much all the time to watch. You know what I mean? And it's like,
yes, I agree 100% on that.
Poison Ivy to me is like, I watched the first one like on a Saturday morning. I was off work. You know what I mean? Like, that to me is like with the perfect time to watch a movie like that. It was like 7 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday morning, you know? So
it's like your morning wood movie or something. Like, that's like a Friday night movie to me.
Yeah.
just like drinking coffee, watching Poison Ivy.
Well, here's the thing. So Poison Ivy 1 is a good Poison Ivy movie. Poison Ivy 2 does not feel like a Poison Ivy movie. And then Poison Ivy 3 really hammers into the Poison Ivy. And then Poison Ivy 4, there's so many different nicknames. There's a girl named Azalea or some kind of flower, but she has like 4 nicknames that she said in the same scene. Which is the weirdest writing I've ever seen in my life.
And then there's The Crush, which is like a Poison Ivy movie, but not.
Yeah, The Crush is way more of a Poison Ivy movie than Poison Ivy 2.
Alicia Silverstone, right?
Alicia Silverstone, yep.
Nice.
She made a couple of those back in the day with The Babysitter, The Crush. There was one other movie. I forgot the name of it. But
The Babysitter. Is that the one with John Leguizamo?
Maybe. It's been a minute since I've... No, not that Babysitter. That's called Babysitters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, no. I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, no. This one was called The Babysitter from like the 90s.
Yo, I want to pick up that Basic Instinct 4K.
Dude, yes.
Woo!
Yes, and I'm so glad that came out because I've been on the fence about getting that Studio Canal one for so long, and I'm just like, I've been on the fence about it. So once they announce that, I'm like, I'm getting that steelbook.
Is Fatal Attraction? Does that fall? Is that?
Oh yeah,
that's the title that they have.
I don't know. Let me look that up. I don't know.
One that I know. I think didn't it get a 4K? I think it was overseas.
No, that's Paramount. Fatal Attraction is Paramount.
Either way, I got it. Both of those I need to add to my collection. I feel like I'm like
it does have a. Does it have a 4K? It's got a 4K. I think it's a Paramount Presents. Well, it's on Zavi. Hold on, is this a Paramount Presents? No, this is overseas. Yeah, you might be right. I think it's a Region B, like UK only. But I'm not a fan of the King of New York artwork for the steelbook. I think that steelbook artwork is awful.
Hold on.
Somebody said like, I'm going to spend all this money for this photoshopped, like whatever steelbook. I'm like, yeah, well,
I don't get it. How does it come close to even something like this? It's just like it just aesthetically, I think, looks a little bit nicer. versus like the Steelbook. I'm like, I don't know what's going on with that.
No, that Steelbook is like very amateurly done.
Well, they're like they're going to be milking out their exclusive steelbooks. You know what I mean? They're going to put a lot of effort into some, and they're going to be great. And then the other ones are going to be like, yeah, just slap this on. People are going to pay $40 for it.
Do you guys think The Descent? Do you think that'll get released through them?
Oof.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think if they have it, they will. I feel like that's gonna be a big title for them. Like in the horror, like I feel like I'm shocked Doomsday got released on 4K before. That, to be honest.
Question for you guys: why do you think Alicia Silverstone was in 7 Aerosmith music videos in the 90s?
Ask me how many times I've seen all those music videos.
Yeah,
She was in some with Liv Tyler, who's the daughter.
Ooh.
What was that movie? Was it Angel or Crying? The one where they're like on the run, like Liv Tyler and Alicia Silverstone.
I think it was for Crying.
Crying, dude. That music video was so good.
Yeah, she was in.
Tyler. You don't see her or anything anymore.
She was just in that Captain America movie. They brought her back.
Liv Tyler?
Yeah.
Yeah. She had like a 5-second scene in it.
Right at the end.
I feel like this is spoiler. I mean, kind of. I feel like she was supposed to be the ending of that movie. I feel like she was supposed to be the one to talk him down, but they realized you can't have Cap America not defeat the villain.
No, they realized that, wait, this is a Captain America movie. We need to have at least Captain America.
No, they set that whole ending up for the daughter to come back.
That whole movie was basically the Hulk 2.
Yeah, and I will never own that's like the one MCU movie in that like the Infinity Saga. I just won't own. I do not like that whole movie.
The Incredible Hulk?
You don't like Ed Norton as the Hulk? Or you just like the movie?
I don't like it. I've never been a Hulk fan.
Is it you don't like Ed Norton as the Hulk or just the movie in general?
I'll be honest, I haven't seen it since it came out. So maybe I need to revisit it.
It's worth a revisit because I think compared to, I feel like the more recent MCU movies, and this is somebody like a lifelong comic book fan, but it's some of the movies just haven't really been hitting. I'm hoping that Fantastic Four. I'm a big Fantastic Four fan.
See, I'm not looking for after Captain America in that trailer. I am not looking forward.
What do you think about the Russo brothers coming back for those 2 movies?
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised.
No, I mean how it's going to do.
They haven't made a single good movie outside of their Avengers.
No, they have not.
Yeah,
they really have not. Like Cherry was not good, but I appreciate the style they were going for, like artistically.
Yeah,
it just was too pretentious. I feel like, or too.
Cherry is a crazy movie because, like in that movie's like 2.5-hour runtime, Tom Holland goes from like joining the army to a drug addict,
yeah,
robbing a bank. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
It's too much for one thing, and then the Gray Man was awful, like beyond awful.
I wonder why they're so good at the, because I think Infinity War and Endgame are the 2 best MCU movies.
It might be the writers, and the writers aren't coming back.
Yeah,
I don't think
for Doomsday.
I don't think it's the same writers.
I think it's a mix of you have the writers and just for the time it was. I mean, you just.
I feel like that was lightning in a bottle, like because they made those movies at once, so you can't just say like, oh well, 1 was good, but they made 2. That's 2 hits. Well, no, that was 1 movie split into 2. They filmed.
Well, they also did The Winter Soldier, and that's one of my favorite movies.
That's one. Yeah, they did Winter Soldier and they did Civil War, but that was the same writers, same writer director combo.
I'm worried that they're like the pay. I feel like the build up to this, because I mean, think about it. You know, you had everything leading up from Iron Man all the way up to Endgame, and that was just like you said, it felt like a lightning in a bottle to be able to capture this cultural zeitgeist. I mean, these are like comic book characters. I never thought in a million years they would ever get like an adaptation and build up to this extent, but it's tough when you're trying to introduce a lot of these newer characters that aren't like, you know, it's nothing against them, but like when you're trying to bring like Shang-Chi or Miss Marvel or She-Hulk into these, you know, like the newer Avengers movies, I think it's kind of a tougher sell. I mean, I don't think that they carried that same cachet And I think that the TV shows, when you're trying to like,
Oh, Disney Plus ruined Marvel.
it
Yeah.
did. It's too. There's too much. There's
I
too
think
much going on.
I
Like,
think, but also another big one that, what the originals did leading up to Endgame. Every single movie led to something,
it was meaningful.
right? There was something that we were looking towards. We know this is coming. But a lot of those movies was able to kind of stand on their own.
And they
now,
kept coming back to characters we loved, where now it's like
right.
we get introduced to new characters every new movie, to where it's like the ones we love, we're not going to see them for 5, 6.
Well,
Where's Shang-Chi?
Shang-Chi. Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Yeah,
that movie ended.
The Eternals.
That movie ended.
that's-
Well, the Eternals.
I actually didn't hate the Eternals. Like,
You
it's not
also
good, but
have
it's not bad.
you have a lot of interesting filmmakers putting their spin on. So like obviously Jon Favreau started the whole thing with Iron Man, right? And like Iron Man 2 is weaker compared to Iron Man, but then to have Shane Black come in and do Iron Man 3. And Iron Man 3 feels like a Shane Black movie. It's written like a Shane Black movie.
Takes place at Christmas, like a Shane Black movie.
Yeah, like it wasn't like, oh, here's a Marvel thing that Shane Black, like they bring in Nia DaCosta, who directed
one movie and
Candyman, and she makes the most generic Captain Marvel sequel. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, did you hear it came out that they told the directors and the stuff, do not read the source material.
yeah,
well, they
'cause
told
don't
him
want
that,
them-
and then Nia DaCosta like left the project to move on to another one because it was just taking too long, and so they basically edited that movie without her. Same with like they're getting directors who don't have that have like one big hit, and then it's like they can't that they can control. I would say because Nia DaCosta, she had a vision for Candyman. Like that movie had style, and then you see what Captain Marvel was, and you're like, what is this generic? Whatever. Same with, I would even say Taika Waititi. Like you look at like Jojo Rabbit, you look at it was something else he did that was just really good, and then he did the Thors, and it was something different.
Yeah, well, because like you look at Guardians of the Galaxy, and those have James Gunn all over them. Like, I mean, James Gunn is in that DNA. Taika Waititi, especially with Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, I feel like Ragnarok was all him. He was a little too unhinged, I feel like, in
Love and Thunder.
Love and Thunder. Well, that movie didn't have a script. Like I'm convinced Christian Bale was in a completely different movie. Christian Bale was like doing a serious movie.
Yeah.
He wasn't even.
Yeah, but like I'm looking now, I'm looking at my Marvel. I was trying to see if there's anything else like standing out to me, because there's early ones, like even the first Ant-Man, like I thought was fun.
I love Quantumania. I know some people hate it. That's a fun movie to me.
Dude,
movies are like 3 for 3.
Dude,
I
I just rewatched Doctor Strange for the first time in years, and that first Doctor Strange,
that first one is good.
It's really good.
Yeah,
I even like the second one.
Yeah, the second one's also good. Yeah, like what Scott Derrickson brought to that first one, and then to have Sam Raimi.
Yeah,
I mean, you could feel the second movie. You could feel like the interference of Marvel.
Like when he went full. That was the only Marvel movie I jumped. Like that scene where she's like looking in the mirror and then it looks back at her. I legit jumped because I was not expecting that from a Marvel movie. Like Sam Raimi went full Sam Raimi in parts. They should have let him go full Sam Raimi the whole movie, but
at this point, like I'm more excited for what James Gunn is doing with DC. Like I love that trailer for Superman.
Dude, that original score that they
did.
Yeah, like that trailer. I'm not the biggest Superman fan, but that trailer made me feel like I was watching a Superman trailer. Yeah. And like even what James Gunn did with like Suicide Squad.
See, I didn't like Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I love Suicide Squad.
I didn't like that. I'm excited for Thunderbolts. That new trailer, that 80s music that they did, sold me on Thunderbolts. Like I'm down for that movie.
I just love Florence Pugh.
Dude, anything with Florence Pugh, I will. Dude, have you ever seen Macbeth?
Which one?
The one with Florence Pugh, Lady Macbeth.
Oh, I've never seen. I thought you were talking about Roman Polanski. I'm like, what's that have to do with?
No. Florence Pugh's like first movie I ever saw her in was a movie called Lady Macbeth. You should check it out. You love it.
The first one I saw her in was Fighting with My Family. That one.
That's underrated. Like
That's a
crazy.
good one. I liked
It's
that
such a
one.
good movie.
Dude,
And then The Outlaw King on
I
Netflix with her and Chris Pine.
yeah, that I watched We Live in Time at like 3 a.m.
I have not
and I
seen
was
that yet.
sick. Dude, I I have no, what do you call it, saying this, but that movie
You ball your eyes out.
destroyed me. Oh yeah, like 4 times, bro. That there are like 20-minute stretches of that movie where I was like fighting for my life because that there, bro, because you know what it is, man. There's a rhythm to that movie that feels so authentic, and it's the moments when nothing's happening and the camera's just focusing on a reaction that gets me. And the score for that movie is beautiful. Like, I've listened to the score on its own multiple times, and it works so perfect in that movie. And like Andrew Garfield's performance in that is incredible. Like, I love that movie. It just kills me. That's all.
I got a question for you. You just brought up a really interesting topic, especially because Jordan, you're a music guy. Is there a movie that you can think of that the score completely outdoes the movie? Like the score is so good, you just want to keep watching the movie, even though the movie's not as good as like what the music does.
Oh, that's tough.
That's a good question.
For me, it was The Green Card. It's a movie from the 90s. Annie McDowell, Hans Zimmer did the music for it.
Ooh.
And the music, the first time I watched it, I've watched it multiple times, and it gets better the more I watch it. And I love the movie now. But the first time I watched it, I was not into it. But the music just pulled me in so much. Hans Zimmer's score, it was like, it's so good. It's so good.
That's hard.
I'll be honest with you guys. I would probably argue most of Christopher Nolan's movies with Hans. Like, Interstellar.
Oh yeah, I think Christopher Nolan, another one, super overrated in my opinion. But
Interstellar's soundtrack is and then also Gravity. That's another one.
I haven't seen that in so long. I don't even remember the music.
I mean, there are so many movies where the score stands on its own, like anything by John Williams, Hans Zimmer. I actually love Steve Jablonsky's score for the Transformers movie.
Dude, that is, yes. I feel like Transformers score is so underrated. Like, it's so good, and it makes you feel something.
And then also like Alan Silvestri with like Forrest Gump, Ready Player One. Like, he had a lot of, or even like Hans Zimmer with Gladiator. You know what I mean? Like, these
Gladiator score is so good,
dude.
Yeah, like these are scores that transcend the movie. You know what I mean? Or John Williams for Saving Private Ryan. Everybody knows that Saving Private Ryan main theme. You know,
there's a movie from. Have y'all ever seen Secret Admirer from the '80s with Chris Kelly Preston?
I know of it.
Lori. The opening score to that movie is one of the best opening scores I've ever heard. It is so good.
You know, another one I think about too. I think it was Hans Zimmer for Pearl Harbor.
I don't remember this. It's been so long since I've seen Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, the score for Pearl Harbor is
one composer I'm always a fan of is James Horner.
Yeah.
His stuff in Legends of the Fall, I think that's got to be one of my favorite scores that he's done. The Ludlows is one of the songs, and it's a simple piano line, and it's the one in the movie where the girl they bring home, she plays for them on the piano. It's called the Ludlows, and that score is phenomenal. It's one of those that gives you the feels.
Listen, when you guys get it, listen to the score for Deep Blue Sea, because my wife pointed it out to me because she loves Deep Blue Sea, and we were watching the 4K. That score is fucking awesome. The music in that movie is
I'm so stoked for that. I have that coming in. It's supposed to be Tuesday or Wednesday. It's supposed to come in. I'm stoked for that.
Yeah, dude, the music is so good. The composer I didn't know. Just like
I just remember the ending LL Cool J song. That's the only thing I remember.
Lady Macbeth, by the way, on Blu-ray. I just bought Lady Macbeth on Blu-ray.
Oh, did you, bro? If you're a Florence Pugh fan,
that's what the stream does.
you will.
So the score for Deep Blue Sea was done by Trevor Trevor Rabin, who did Armageddon, National Treasure.
Oh, okay. National
Wild
Treasure's got a good
Boys.
score.
That score on National Treasure is phenomenal.
That's got a good score.
He did The Guardian. He did a lot of those, like he did Coach Carter, Glory Road, Gridiron Gang,
Okay.
Bad Boys 2.
Even the National Treasure score kind of reminds me, and the pacing. It's a what's the guy's name who produced it, and he also did The Rock.
J.K. Bruckheimer. Yeah,
they have the same feel, music wise, the pacing.
Well,
with National Treasure.
He also did the score for Con Air, Enemy of the State.
Oh, okay.
Gone in 60 Seconds, all Jerry Bruckheimer.
Yeah, they kind of stick to like a formula that works, and they just use the same. What was another one?
Jack Frost.
Yeah, Jack Frost. He did. Jack Frost. Yeah, he did Jack Frost. He did the Sixth Day.
Anything Tangerine Dream. I feel like.
Yeah.
Tangerine Dream. Even like Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross.
Yep.
Yes, bro. The opening music to was it the girl with the dragon tattoo?
Yeah, they did. I never saw the movie, but I listened to the score for Queer, that A24 movie, and that score is wow. Or like, didn't they win for Challengers last year? Didn't they win that score for Challengers? I think they did.
Did you guys ever see the Watchmen TV series?
No, I never saw it.
But... the score for that. Listen, you don't even have to watch the TV series. I do recommend it.
Just listen to it.
Yeah, but like the score, I think it was like 3 different volumes. Holy hell, it's so good.
Yeah, there's a lot, dude. Like music scores are. I just wish more companies would put it out on CD and not.
I was literally took the words out of my mouth. I was waiting for you to say. I was gonna say the exact same thing because I'm not a fan of the sound of vinyl, and I grew up with CDs, so I collect CDs, and like I was looking for Companion on CD, and it's not coming out on CD, but a vinyl's coming out of Companion.
Yeah,
I'm like, damn.
Same with the Monkey. Mutant put out the Monkey on vinyl, but now I'm like, I want the CD.
Well, you got Nosferatu on vinyl too, right? Did that come with a CD? Did that ever get a CD?
They did do a CD, but I didn't see it until after I ordered the vinyl.
Ugh.
I feel like
but I got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre on CD. I didn't get the vinyl.
I will say, as physical media collectors, I love what vinyl is doing with their stuff creatively.
Yeah, like the Monkey record has a lenticular
on the record?
On the record sleeve, yeah.
Damn, that's cool.
No, I'm excited for the Thing. What Waxworks is doing.
Yeah,
bringing it back out.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it's there's 2 options. You get one, it's like a hard slip, like sleeve case that goes over it, but it's like $80.
Yeah, dude, they're charging like $45 just for that glass slip. That's it.
Yeah, it's nice, but it's not worth that much.
Have y'all seen the Saltburn vinyl?
Yeah, with the tub water. I almost bought that just to have that. I was like,
that movie still hasn't got a physical media release, has it?
Okay, before I go, because I work in like 5 hours.
Yeah,
I want a physical release of Euphoria, like a good physical release of you. I love that.
It's got a DVD. It's got a double DVD.
I don't want that. I don't want that shit, bro. I can watch it on 4K on Max right now. I'm not gonna buy the DVD. A24 is going to do something with that physically after.
I think once season 3 ends, because season 3 is supposed to be the last. I think they're going to do a complete. Because they've put out the scores on record, so they're supporting. Didn't they put out the script like a book or something with?
It was like a making of each episode.
Oh, okay.
It was like a volume, but they only did it for season 1. They never did season 2 or even that. Remember that 2 episode. In between season 1 and
I've never seen an episode of Euphoria. I've only seen the good scenes online with Sydney.
Yep, I haven't seen it either.
But I'm honestly waiting to. I'm like, if it comes to physical, I'm going to buy it and I'm going to watch it for the first time there. But
I want them to do that with the Stranger Things.
I don't think they'll ever do it. I don't think. I'm surprised they stopped. Like what they get
those VHS like season 1 and 2 they did at Target.
Yeah, but dude, I had a friend who worked at Target at that time, And he said when they went on clearance, those sets, they had thousands of them in stock at his store alone.
Dude, I can still get it for 10. I can get it for 10, 12 bucks easily at any like used store right now. They're so cheap. The 4K,
well, no, but
the
I'm
one
saying
4K
the
they
idea
released
of it,
is
I
so
love.
hard to find.
Oh yeah, they did do a 4K of it.
They did a 4K of season 1, and it's so out of print, and it's like massive. It's stupid ridiculous on eBay.
Yeah, it's a cool idea, but just nobody bought it.
Yeah, nobody bought it because 4K at that time was, especially for a TV show.
What was
Yeah.
that? 2015 at the
It
time?
was something like that. Yeah. And they just completely stopped. And with the new season, like each episode is like a movie. Like each episode's like an hour and a half.
Dude, I have to say before I go, the High Volumes comment about how they played the trailer for Nymphomaniac in theaters for Finding Nemo 2.
Shut up.
That's
What?
Yeah. What do you mean? That's a kid's movie, bro. Brian's stunned.
That's dude, I can imagine half those kids did not see Finding Nemo 2 that day. Their parents stormed out the theaters in
They
rage.
found something else is what they did.
Oh my god.
Because the second one's the one with the Mandingos. I don't remember if that was in the trailer, but
all right, guys, it's time. I got work in 5 hours.
All right. Well, we'll let you go.
Fun stream, guys.
Yeah, we're pushing 3 hours, so we'll head out.
Later, guys.
Yeah, I'm surprised Jordan isn't ready for bed now because weren't you like the first? You were like getting tired on the last one.
Last one I had to go because we were doing some stuff with the in-laws.
Oh, okay, maybe it was like 2 or 3 back. I remember there was one where you were just like, "I'm so tired."
Yeah. I don't know what happened. I'm gonna end the stream real quick, guys.
See you guys.